Did our new mastermind series class, which is going to be June 5th at 4:30 Eastern. This is how to grow your small account part 2. You do not have to watch the first one to have the second one, but I highly recommend it because it is the basis and the foundation leading into part 2, which was how to grow your small account. It was $199 if you were able to buy that before the class. It's almost 2 hours. But it is a full 90-minute class with Q&A. You guys will be able to rewatch that as much as you want. If you did buy the first one, there is a discount code that you guys can use. I can't just blurt it out because it's only if you bought the first one. So head over to our Discord, look at the channel that is for the replay of that video, and you guys will see the actual discount code that is listed inside of there. You can find it in our store if you go to americandreamtrading.com. Sign up for any of the services, of course, website is always here. $200 for our regular membership gets you immediately into Zoom. You can see every trade I make. You'll get hot stock picks, the videos on demand, the IPO center, and the pre-market setup, all with the regular $200 membership. When you're ready to step it up, though, I highly recommend the VIP membership. You'll be able to start trading early at 4 a.m. You'll get to trade with some of our other millionaires inside of that room. You guys will get masterclass training with me every day at 8:15. You'll get the VIP lounge, all of those hot stock picks, pre-market setup. You're going to get the IPO center, the videos on demand, all of the workshop classes for free, and we put one of those on every single month. You'll get all the VIP training videos, the trading view indicators. These were designed specifically based on my 2-minute EWO, which, by the way, no trader in the world has ever used what we are doing with the Elliott Wave Oscillator. And we have a lot of people finding success, obviously, with this. You'll also get VIP seating at the meetups. If you are a VIP member and you want more training, VIP Gold, you can add that on for an additional $2,500 a year. Right now, as one of the specials that I have, this could go away, but right now, if you sign up for the VIP Gold, you will also get a free one-on-one with a moderator. That is a $500 value just for that. You'll get all the mastermind classes. You get every mastermind class for free during your subscription. You'll get 1 hour of tech support if you need it, so we can remote in. We can help you set up those charts. Anything specific, right, that will get you going, we can help you with that. You're also going to get, for the first time ever, weekend training. We've been doing it every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And because it's the weekend, it is literally like a one-on-one. You'll also get our news service showing us everything, right, that's going on in the market, and breakout rooms. So anytime we do a breakout room, that's only for VIP Gold members. You guys will be able to access that. Use your affiliate account. You guys will also get a piece of everything. So if you have family members, neighbors, people in your church, people that you guys want to help out, you can give them your link, and that will also give you a kickback immediately. It's immediate. As soon as they pay for it, you guys will get money. You'll see it into your monies that you can just withdraw. Send them to americandreamtrading.com.
American Dream training, okay? Because we train and we train hard, so that when it's time to actually trade, we know what the hell we're doing.
You have now stumbled into americandreamtrading.com, where we trade shares and options. I will show you about swing trading, long-term trading, dividend stocks, high-yield income stocks, covered calls, cash secure puts, diagonal and credit spreads, debit spreads. I will teach you everything there is to know about the entire market. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I can't believe I get paid to help all of you get paid. This is such a wild thing.
Welcome to American Dream Trading's The Aftermarket live chat and watch party. I'm your host, J&J Video Reacts, and this is a stream that's been created by us to just basically have a place to decompress after the market closes. We are American Dream Trading. What is American Dream Trading? Yes. Okay. So our mentor and leader is Chad W. Christian. He's a 30-year stock market vet, and he started this group, probably 2 years ago now, and he went live in August of 22. And ever since then, he has been just building this tremendous community that has become really a family to me. And I love you all, and I love you, Coach. So thank you for creating this group and American Dream Trading. Who we got? We got Ralph. Hold up. Let me bring my brother in. What's going on, bruh?
What's going on?
How art
What
thou?
you up to? You know, making it through. You know, it's been a little slow, but you know, it's been okay. I guess I can't complain. We got a little movement today, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Bit.
Some choppy movement, you know what I mean?
Hey,
but yeah.
I think that's just due to the spring break. You know, a
You
lot
think?
of people, a lot of people on vacation. School is out in some places. I mean, you know.
True.
The whole Easter thing is just the time right now. I guess people are just taking off. At least that's what I want to believe in my head. I don't know.
So what is it? The college kids are off from college, so they're trading now or something, causing the market to do all kind of crazy stuff.
I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? It's been just a complete chop fest for the last 2 weeks.
Chop suey. Okay.
Yeah.
Chop suey.
For real.
This definitely, you know, and that's why I love that Coach has been doing a lot of scout training, and that in the pre-market in the mornings we get a lot of that with Nate and Mark, because I'm telling you, you got to be prepared. This is part of what my beginning talk off is when I say Coach trades in every condition imaginable and trains us to do the same thing. Thank God he teaches us scalping. Yes. Because he's always scalpers. Here's your entry. The whole pre-market setup is for scalpers. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And he caters to both sides of the fence. So I love that. If you want to sit in a trade, this is how you do it, the 2-minute EWO. If you want to scalp, follow me. This is what I'm doing.
Yep.
Is that who I think it is?
Yeah, that's government cheese. That's somebody that ain't government cheese. I don't know who that is.
Who is Government Cheese, everybody? Welcome. Listen, there's no links because I apologize. I was running behind and I literally started the stream from my car. So no, I was not driving, but Jen dropped me off and I was able to come get on the computer. So if Miranda and Arlo don't get a chance to put them in, I will go ahead and put the links in momentarily. But yeah. How'd you guys get it? Oh, because I put it in the description. Yeah, so here's the thing. The links are located in the description of the video. So just because they're not in the live chat doesn't mean they don't exist. If you want to join the panel, just click in the description of the video. Go outside here and click the little X and find a description and click it there. Also, AmericanDreamTrading.com is there as well. And you can click that link to make sure that you get signed up to join our VIP program. Nate! Government! What's going on, GC?
Government cheese is in the house.
So Nate, before we get started, I haven't brought it up all week because you know it's kind of been, you know, it's been beautiful the last few days, but I hate to bust the bubble. It's coming to an end, friend. It's coming to an end.
I know. Tomorrow.
I saw on the news that we supposed to be getting 40-degree weather. What the hell is that? Like what?
Oh no, it's supposed to rain and cut up tomorrow. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's happening. I can already see it. I'm looking out there. I'm like, yeah, it's getting cloudy. And you know, I was like, I ain't want to jinx it because you know I always give you hell about bad weather, but I mean,
well, we ain't got it yet. We ain't got it yet. It ain't even looking cloudy. It's just. You know, I was just telling my wife, she was talking about driving her other truck. I said, good, because it's supposed to be raining tomorrow. You take that ugly thing with you wherever you're going.
Wow. Well, while you guys are talking about the weather, I'm going to go ahead and put the links in for people so that if they can't find it.
How long was that for me? I mean,
the links is in the Discord if they want to go in the Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, the link to American Dream Trading and the restream and all of that. The YouTube link is in there, but I don't know that the links.
All of that's in there. That's all I got on.
And it's also in the description. So, but I know people are used to them putting it in there, so I'll go ahead and do it.
Chicken Nugget said go chop some firewood. I ain't messing. I
Yeah.
don't want to see a piece of firewood. All right.
I don't
I
appreciate
don't
the
want.
weather thing, Ralph, because we got bad weather. It is raining and has been for like 2-3 days here.
Mm,
Are you sending it our way too? It's supposed to be going to
that
Nate,
must
right?
be.
I don't know what
It
it
must
is. I
be.
saw it on the news. I was like, damn. I heard 40 degrees. I
Ralph,
said, not.
What you did today?
Nothing basically.
Oh, dang.
I still. Oh, you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that because I'm in them damn. What's that Tesla short? I'm still. Hold on. Unless my stop got hit, I traded that because Coach called it out.
Yeah.
The market just been slow, Nate. It's been real slow. See, right
Well, I
now I'm in a
traded.
trade that I'm still in from this morning. It ain't never went to the
Mm,
stop or it's just barely in the green, just sitting there going back
yeah.
and forth.
I shorted Tesla today.
I heard. I
I'm
heard.
tripping
Yeah.
about that.
I heard.
Yeah.
Not
Shorted it.
puts, shorts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well,
hey,
and I did SPY puts today.
wait, you
Yeah.
did SPY?
Yeah.
I did SPY, man. Made
Hold
16
on.
grand today in SPY.
Yeah, you heard
Wait a
right.
minute.
Yeah,
You
you heard
traded
right.
SPY?
Yeah.
Because I
You
heard
heard right,
somebody
Ralph.
say, that Nate liked them options, but in my head I was like, Nate ain't trading no damn
Yeah.
options. He just traded Tesla. You know what I'm saying? So wait, you traded.
Yeah. I don't.
So how the SPY trade went?
The SPY trade was good because Coach called it out and said that you should be either in puts or either shorting it, and he was gonna short it and do puts, and I was like, shoot, man, you ain't got to tell me but one time. I'm going in, so I did pretty good.
Yeah, I had got in the TSLQ. I thought it stopped me out, but apparently it didn't. I'm about to sell it off now though.
Yeah.
That shit crazy because it went past where my stop was as soon as the market closed. What the hell?
Yeah.
Hey,
So I
Turk.
did pretty good.
Hi guys.
Hey. Yeah. So I did pretty good. I mean, I hate y'all done expose me to shorts now. Oh my God. Oh
Nate,
Lord. Oh
Nate,
Lord.
that's what shocked me right there for you to get into a
Yeah.
short. Now,
Yeah, man. I done got into
the,
them shorts now, and I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be my game here. This is gonna be nice, nice.
Nate,
Yeah.
I got a
yeah,
Every
question.
time I holler about a stock going into the Amber Herd, if it can be shorted, I'm gonna be right up in there in the Amber Herd. Go ahead.
Crazy.
I had a question for you, Nate. Are you, when you're doing like SPY and Tesla like you did today, are you looking at the L2 on those or just pure momentum?
No, I'm looking at the L2 all the time. Shoot.
I feel like when I look at
keep
the
my
L2 on those heavily traded stocks, it's just a constant flow of you don't see too many big block trades there.
No, you don't. You don't. But you know what? If you pay attention to the stock, I try to trade the ones where I know that if it comes back on me, it's just a little small breed back. It's not, like Tesla. I wasn't really worried about Tesla because I was shorting it. But SPY, I wasn't really worried about SPY because SPY was going straight down, and it did have a little bit of turbulence in it, but it wasn't enough to scare me out. I mean, I had 25 contracts, what I started with, so but it wasn't enough to scare me.
Yeah.
So
I feel like the L2 works better with those, low flow.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, look, I keep telling y'all, the only way I trade options is if it's going in one direction, up or down, and that's it. I don't do no quick scalping. I don't do no channels. I don't do none of that. I have not gotten that good with them options. But if Coach tell me that you need to be in puts in SPY, I'm in puts in SPY. He ain't got to tell me but one time. That's where I'm gonna be at. Yep.
That's how I ended up in this trade here. And I got in a bad look. I got into TS. What this is? TSLS Tesla, whatever it is. I got in without even looking at it. I didn't even look at the price. I just got in, boom, and I set a stop loss that was waiting and never got hit. But
well, that's how I am with the contracts.
That wouldn't have been if I wouldn't have just jumped in.
Yeah. And my contracts, they normally 9 out of 10 times they're gonna be at the money. So I didn't even check to see how much money I was spending. I just jumped in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Oh, to have the account to be able to do that. Oh my God, I love it. But it's so cool, Nate, because we can trade vicariously through you. You know what I mean? With stuff like that.
Dawn, I know how to get out. I mean, I ain't gonna sit there and get beat down and then talk about I lost, $10,000. No, it ain't happening.
Right.
So I got, believe it or not, I trade off my phone because I ain't figured out how to do it on the computer yet. But when I'm in my phone doing it, when I take that trade, I automatically go to the window where I can see how much money I'm making. And I done ran that button up to where all I gotta do is push it one time to get out. I don't play with them things now. I ain't stupid.
Yeah, what I mean?
Oh no!
I don't blame you.
Yeah, and Ralph, if it get even worse than that, I will bring up the chart on my computer, on my desktop, and I'll watch my profits on there, and then I'll use my phone to get out. But any kind of turbulence I see, I don't care what it is. If it's something I know I'm not gonna be able to make it through that breathe back, I get the heck up out of that thing. I don't care. I ain't taking no prisoners. I don't care. I'm not that type trader where I'm gonna sit there and get beat down and be hoping it come back or go, you know what I'm saying, come back down. No, I ain't that type trader. I manage that. That one thing I understand by trading is I can get back in.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Dawn, you see the messages?
No, what happened?
So Vegan Knowledge is trying to call you. She's at the store or something like
that? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Speaking of that right there, Nate, I used to try to think and hold and want them to come back too. And then another thing is, I think it was one morning, being in a small trade, right? I know you don't have to, you don't really have this struggle right here, but so the other day, I think it was Dawn was in the trade that went all the way up. She was in like 4 shares, I think, Dawn. And everybody hadn't got out of it. Right, to your defense, it did go up and beyond and kept going the next day and the next day. I can't even remember the ticker symbol, right? But one reason why I stopped doing that right there, Dawn, and I know the logic and the reason why you did it, but the reason why I did that, stop doing that, because even though I got a small amount of trades, I don't want to be able to have it or staying in it. You see what I'm saying? Right. So if I trade a small amount of shares and I hear like you out, I try to trade it the same way that I traded if I had a large amount, because I wouldn't be doing that if I had a small trade. Yes, if you go small, you can hold through more drawdown, but I try to train my mind to not have to hold through no drawdown at all. And it's a struggle because it's hard for me to do swing trading now. I've been trying to practice on swing trading, and I just can't do it. Every time I wake up and see that damn
Can I say something to that?
I close it.
Yeah. Can I say something to that?
Mm-hmm.
There is, and I mentioned it this morning in the pre-market, just like when we said there's different types of traders, right?
Yeah. Right.
And I think where we go wrong sometimes, and I do it too, that's one of the reasons, that's one of the things that I need to work on me about, is when you're scalping, you need to get in and get out. When you're sitting in the EWO, that is to train you to sit in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Another thing that coach teaches is small position sizes also help you sit in a trade. So if I got a small position size, I'm going to take that time to practice sitting in a trade, because that is a skill that if you choose to be that type of trader, you need to have. if I'm not good at scalping yet, I'm not going to force myself to get out of it when I got 4 shares in it. You feel me?
Yeah, I ain't saying
Right.
you're
I
doing
get
nothing
what you're
wrong.
saying, but no, I know. But it just reiterated the point in my mind. You know what I mean? Because you're not wrong either. I like the way you're thinking, because that is the one thing that I do need to train myself to do, is get out of a trade. You know what I mean? Nate is trying to hammer that in my head all the time, and I'm getting better at it. But I'm like, that's the purpose of me having a small position size, is so I don't have to do that. You know what I mean? But when I have a larger amount of money, I'll trust and believe I'm not sitting in it either.
Yeah. You know, I know you're not doing nothing wrong there. Hey,
that.
it went up and beyond. Like I said, that thing went up and shit, you know.
Did you catch me ask Coach that, Ralph, earlier today? Were you in there?
Yeah.
When he got out of that trade, and somebody was like, Coach, why you ain't sitting in that trade? It's not good. I'm like, Coach,
oh yeah, I know
you
what
have
you're
a large
talking
position
about.
size. He was like, yeah, I did. I'm like, okay. He trained me to think. I'm like, I know what happened there.
Yeah, he had 100 contracts.
Hell
he had 100 contracts.
He's not gonna sit in nothing with 100 damn contracts and get his face ripped off. I don't blame him. So
and that's how I am, Dawn. I just understand that, you know, certain things that stock need to be doing, and if you're doing something else, I need to get out.
You don't have time.
No, I ain't
you don't
trying
have
to do
time.
all that.
Yeah. Plus, do you have a larger contract?
Yeah.
Hey, Angel.
So hey y'all, how y'all doing? I didn't want to interrupt. I just wanted to check in real quick and just make sure you saw that I sent you something should be pending on your phone.
Oh, okay.
I sent you something. I sent you Apple Pay.
Oh, okay, baby girl. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you. I'll check
testing it out, making sure it works.
Nice.
I never used it before either. I just know I wasn't trying to use that Cash App, and I apologize. I don't have my face on camera, but I'm in cyber, so I don't do that.
No, we know how you don't do that. No, I didn't get it, baby.
So you gonna point the camera at the roof the whole time?
Huh?
No, I said she's gonna point the camera at the roof the whole time. I mean, I'm just saying. It's
Leave Angel alone.
I know. I'm just saying. It's just a little hard. That's all. That's all I'm saying. You know?
Bulls versus Bears, Miami.
Move on.
He wrote
Bulls
me. I'd be hoping it will come back. I've been there.
Yes.
So many times. And sometimes it does, and then sometimes I don't follow the coach's rules. Sometimes I'll buy more to average down. But I've done it all.
I want to share something with you.
But my biggest loss, and I was telling, I was mentioning this the other or last week. I've kind of been not MIA in these late night shows because I took a beating. I bought Reddit.
Oh yeah, the
man. It
was. Oh wait, it came up today though, didn't it? No, I'm thinking about
I bought it a quarter from its high, like 4 days in. I bought it 74.75, and it's been down. And I held it overnight. I was like, it'll come back. And then, like, I have a decent account, but I try to just use the profits that I'm making on it, and that effed it up bad. So now I've been trigger shy. I can't like commit. I'm like, oh, this would be a good time. In my head, I'm looking at the numbers and like, oh, if I bought here, did exactly what I wanted to do or was supposed to do. And so it's like, I'm kind of beaten down and it stressed me out. And I just don't know if I could do this as like quit my job type thing. I just can't deal with stress.
First of all,
deal with it. It was like 12 steps forward to take, one huge step back. It's just like, and it's like that all the time. I get my account to a good spot. I'm like, I'm on a roll. I got green days in a row. And that one red day, like bulls or stairs, I just hold on to it and hold on. I'm like, nah, it's going to return. And then it doesn't. And then I'm so mad and just defeated. It's just like, I'll still do it.
Let me tell you this.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this. That's the thing that the reason why the statistics are so high for traders not being traders, because the test was right there in front of you. Now you're speaking it, you're defeated by what you just lost, and you need to keep going, because if you miss out on the opportunity, I'm telling you, the opportunity is worth the price that you just had to pay. We've had plenty guys in here blow their accounts up to the point where, I mean, they've lost $20,000-$30,000. And believe it or not, those are probably some of our most successful guys in here that have blown their accounts up. So the price you paying it's just too overwhelming for you, but you gotta keep going forward, because you're gonna miss out on a golden opportunity. Because you could go from a zero today to a hero in 6 months and be able to quit your job, pay your house off, take care of your family. I'm telling you, man, I'm living it.
Yeah, don't close the door to it. Don't close the door, because the fact that you said you had 5, 6 green days, you know how many people wish they had 5 or 6 even green days that still aren't even doing that. So
to me, it's not even the days anymore. It's it's like 5 days of doing like normal trades, very comfortable, not stressed, making money, and then that one day, I just let it go, and I just can't. I mentioned this to coach, like it's for me, it's like losing, like I'm losing a game and I don't want to lose. And I was like, well, if I'm still in it, I haven't lost yet. So I stay in these trades longer than I'm supposed to. It's just a stupid strategy. Just like,
so at what point is it time for you to correct that, Terp?
Yeah, well, at what time? Like right now.
Because you already identified it. So so stop doing that. It's really that simple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Turk, I'm gonna tell you,
I lost $1,600 on that trade. And I don't remember ever having a $1,600 winner. I'm always in and out so fast that I don't have time. So it's like for it to watch it go up, and I scalp and I try to do the EWO a little. But it's just like, why my losers always these huge numbers that I'll never hold it? Like I held it overnight. I would never buy a stock when it's going up and hold it overnight.
We don't do
that. I never do that. So why? I just don't get myself. It's like maybe it's just hope.
I mean,
I'm trying to figure out. Like you're all over the place a little bit.
It's either one or two things from what I just listened to you say. Either you have like a love for Reddit, and that's not a bad thing, because I mean it's mind-boggling, because Reddit is a really good company. I mean, I don't know if it's a good company financially. I like the site. I use it. I know what it is. Everybody know what it is. Or number two, you got to come up with a better risk management plan, right? So that way, none of your losses ain't gonna be that big at all, right? I mean, you can go for days and days and days of just, keep on, missing, and you'll still be in the game if you have a proper risk management, right? And I ain't talking about controlling the trade. Risk management means no matter what happened today, it's not gonna ruin my life. I can walk away from these trades and somebody could just pass out and I could just walk away and my life will still come back to my account. I won't have no big major loss, right? And then once they start going against you, you just got to cut them short, right? You got to get good at losing. I know that don't make sense, right? But most of the successful traders out here, they not even hitting 50%. They don't worry about that. They take the loss and keep it moving. Get out of the trade and go to the next one. You can have 4 bad trades in a row. Nate said all the time, you can come out and have a bad day Monday through Thursday, and Friday you'll take a trade that changed your life. But if you're trying to hold on to one of the ones that's just not doing it, that one will ruin it. So just keep them.
I just have to do that. I just have to if I had to take a loss, just take it sooner. Just take it sooner, and it was just I just got caught up in the momentum of Reddit. It was flying high. I literally bought it a quarter from its high, and now it's at like. I'm glad I sold it at $1,600 loss, because it would have went down another few grand. It's down, I bought it almost at 45 or I looked today, it was at 45. I look at it once in a while and be like, God Almighty.
Why Reddit though? Why you like Reddit?
Well, I bought it because it was a momentum play. It was on the.
Oh, okay.
It was moving up fast, and I literally bought it right before everybody got together and said, "We're selling."
Did you chart it out? Do you chart?
It was an IPO, so it was only like
it was brand new.
3 or 4 days.
Okay. Yeah, there would be no history.
But it was like, everything was like moving up, And I'm like, all right.
Do you look at the L2?
I did not. No, I want to learn that, Nate. That's something I want to learn from Nate or from anybody.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was asking him earlier about doing it on Spy and Tesla, because I don't see anything in the L2 that really inspires me to say,
you would have mostly seen that level that they were ready to sell at, and that might have prevented you from getting in it at that point.
Yeah.
Maybe it needs to. That's what needs to happen.
Right,
you need to look at the L2 and see those levels so that you don't make those types of mistakes.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
I'm gonna say this.
Real. Yeah.
It ain't a stock since I've been trading that I like. I don't like none of them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care what they do. I don't care about none of that. That don't have nothing to do with what I got to do with my bank account. Unless I'm putting them in the bank, I could care less. They could make dog doo-doo. I don't care.
Yeah.
But my point is, until you become a good trader, you gotta trade the trade. You can't get caught up in these stocks and you just now learning how to trade. Learn how to trade small. Do them $25 trades. Do them $50 trades, and be good at making $25. Because once you do the $25 and you good at it, all you gotta do is change your position. You gonna still do the same thing that you gonna do the same play that you did to make $25, the same play to make 50. All you did was change the position size.
And that's the whole thing.
All you did
is that I'll trade. You know, today since that happened, I've been trading significantly less. But when I was really trading without that loss, right. I would be right like 98% of the times, and I just every time my mindset's like so wrong, but it's like, of course I'm gonna up it up. I'm gonna up it up now and go in, to the wall, and that's the time it's not gonna work, and that's the time I'm not gonna get out.
Yeah. Hey girl, hey. You're not alone. You're doing exactly what I was doing. Holding on to something and making it a bigger loss. Yeah.
Yeah. Christine is notorious. Yeah, Christine notorious for holding over something.
Yeah. Christine, I bought it at $74.75. I think the high was exactly $75.
Yeah.
I held it overnight and I got crushed.
Because you're hoping it's going to turn around. You think it's going to turn around because that's the way it was. That's what I was doing. And
so have you stopped doing that?
Yeah, well, now
mostly.
Me, I reduced
my... You what?
Nope.
Mostly I've stopped doing it.
See that?
I've been letting it go right away, letting them go. Then I had one where I let it go right away, and right away it was, and I'm like, damn it, I let it go too soon. And so then it caused me to hold on to the next one, and I was at a loss and just waiting. So yeah.
You know what? You know how I learned not to do wrong?
Future Trader, what's up, baby?
How was your day?
What's up, Future Trader?
Good, man.
Hey, what's up?
Trader.
I tell you what I learned, man, off of Nate. He said one time, he goes, because I told him I wasn't doing good on certain things. He goes, well, what are you doing? Are you scalping? What are you doing? I said, well, I'm not sure. I said, well, what are your base hits? He goes, like 8 cents, 10 cents. I'm like, what? I'm like, there's where I'm going wrong. Ever since he told me that, game change.
Yeah, but you have to go in for a lot with that. Just like what Dawn was saying before.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Did you hear what Nate just said? If you can do $25.
Oh, yeah, true.
That's all.
Okay.
That's what I've been doing.
Here's my situation. And I think I'm going to stop going out of the money on SPY, because here's what's happening. I'm going to share this, right? I'm going to be transparent. I'm sitting there in those trades waiting, number one, obviously, for the delta to get to me, right? For me to get hit. Yeah. So that kind of saves me. But once it does and it goes against me, because it's $100, I'm letting it, and I didn't do this today, but I did this yesterday. I'm letting it go against me because I'm thinking that's something I can handle, when it really isn't. I can't lose 100 here, 100 there, 100 there. I can't keep doing that. So... And I'm thinking, well, damn, maybe I need to go bigger so that I get out of it quicker. No, that's not the answer either, because you don't scalp like that, and your skills aren't there to do that. So maybe, and this is maybe what you need to do, Turk, who knows? I don't know, but maybe we find stocks that are smaller cap stocks and get used to making that $25 a day, like Nate said. Go in with a few contracts. That way you can practice your shedding.
Yeah.
You know, go in with these smaller cap stocks so that I can do 10 of these and I'm one in the money.
It goes along with
way
percentages.
out of the money.
We go by percentages, not by. We have to remember that, and that's really hard.
Right, and see, I'm sitting in a trade way too long, waiting for SPY to get to me, and when it does, and it doesn't do what I needed to do, but it will go against your ass real quick,
real fast,
and add up, but it won't add to you.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? Later for this out of the money SPY thing, I need to get into. And I'm sorry, but I can't watch the paint dry with Apple.
Well, like you were saying, like when you have a smaller account, you don't want to go out so fast because you're only up $1. The day I went in with Coach did a scout, and I did it with him. And I'm like, okay, Coach. He said, okay, I made $4,000. Anybody else make any money? I'm like, I made $1.38 because I went in and out just like him. I'm like, I made $1. You know, so
I remember that.
That's
I heard that.
Yeah, I made $1.38. I did it with him. I went in and out. I did my mechanics. I was great at it, but I don't have enough money. Doing that. So
Dude, David's been talking about small cap stocks for a minute and doing stocks. He's been talking about that every weekend. That's, I'm thinking, what a lot of us need to do who are trying to get, not because you have a small account, but because you can train without worrying about how much profit you're making.
Right.
And just make base hits like Nate just said, because if you go one in the money with something like a Soxel or a CCL or a car, you know, one of those, number one, your delta's going to be there. I know, but the money's going to be there because you're one in the money.
Well, that's what I've been doing. The money. I'll use all my buying power, and then it goes against me. I'm like, wrong way.
Yeah. But this the thing.
Some movement.
Yeah, and this the thing, Dawn. A lot of us in here that's traders, we understand we want to get there quick, fast, and in a hurry. But this is my thing. If you're talking to me and I say, okay, how long you been trading? I've been trading a year. Okay, so what you been doing over the last year? I've been trading small. I've been consistently making $25, $30 a day. I'm sitting there looking at you like, man, that is great. All you need to do is consistency is change your position.
Right.
Now, instead of going for 25, 30, let's go for 45, 50. See what I'm saying? Just change your position. Before you know it, you're making $100 a day, consistently making $100 a day, $2,000 a month. I mean, you know, you gotta. It's a slow walk, but when it comes time for you to go all in, you are ready because you know how to do it.
You said earlier you put your P&L on the screen, right? If I see that I'm down, you know, $20, no big deal, but like. All of a sudden, if I doubled my position, now that's down $200. I start flipping out a little. Like internally, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
So it's
you
like,
might have to take that off.
I know we talked about taking that off.
You said that with Mark McC. Remember that? You said, I'm gonna hold you to it, Turtle. You said you were gonna stop doing that.
I tried and I couldn't.
I remember hearing you say that.
I couldn't do it. I'm like, wait.
So Turtle,
it's
sounds like it's just going back to the management, the manager, what you call that shit, risk management, right?
The risk management,
Position side. So I listen to Nate all the time. He come out, he be like, I'm not losing no more than $1,000 a day, and that's his. Coach got a stencil for you that's 1 to 3%, right? That's the one that I use. It's tough. You need to come up with one that works and stick to it. One that no matter what happens, these trades won't mess with my. You know, because it's hard. Like you might not believe this, but majority of the trades I take, they don't work. Like they don't work out. I end up closing them. But the ones that finally go up, guess what I do? Add to them. You know what I'm saying? Like if I get one that's moving up and I see them candles starting to go up and they closing with no wicks at the top, I'm adding to that trade and I'm just gonna stop all the ones that's. It might take a lot of trades. Sometimes, I ain't had no good winning one this week. But again, it's gonna work out because it ain't never worked out.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite. You know I'll have more success. I'll have more successul trades than not successful trades. But the ones that aren't successful, I just hold on. I just come on. This is gonna turn around. I feel it.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose.
Yeah, I don't do that.
So that's that one little tweak
None of us
right
like
there.
to lose. We do not like to lose.
I just want to lose.
Yeah.
But we have to. We got to get.
Yeah,
we gotta
and I have to lose.
Part of it.
Realize it sooner than later, so otherwise I get stuck like it happened to me.
Yeah, but
Well,
that
do
one
this.
little thing, stop sitting in it so long when you find you're in that losing trade, and you're golden, dude.
We do this. What you need to do, and I mean this, you need to put it right in front of your face. This is all I'm willing to lose on a daily basis. Put it right in front of your damn computer.
Yeah.
Pin it to the screen. I don't care where you pin it at. You ought to see my screen. I got shit pinned up all over the place. I mean, I got rituals that I say in the morning before I make a trade. Don't know what I'm talking about. I got stuff I say to myself in the morning before I cut that computer on. I got stuff pinned up there, my 4 golden rules, get in small, watch the flow, Danny DeVito, all kind of stuff. I got all of that stuff right on my keyboard.
I got stickies too.
Yeah.
So I can't, I'm always focused on my entry, but I'm always focused on getting out. I try not to never second guess those candles. When I see them wicks, y'all hear me say, I'm out. I'm out. Yeah,
Quick.
I'm out. Yeah. Because I don't do well in choppy. I don't do choppy. I don't do that. I wait to get a better entry, going back up, or either catching it down further in the weeds and ride it back up. Because guess what? One thing about waiting in the weeds and you already been to the top, guess what that stock gonna do? Come right back up. Because once you get in the weeds, who cares if it don't come all the way to the top? It may only come up halfway, but that's enough to cover your day. You might be done made enough in that halfway movement than you will if it come all the way back up. Now, if it come all the way back up and you in it from the bottom, that was a great trade. But I'm telling you, you gotta stop yourself. And I say that all the time. We was talking about that the other day. The hardest thing you can do is stay in a trade that's a losing trade. That is a hard thing to get out of, because mentally, yes, you be like, oh my God, it's coming back. No,
Then
it
boom,
ain't coming back.
Not. Disappointed.
It's hard to close.
Yeah. It's hard to close it. So, but you got to work on that.
100%, Nate. I got to. I just have to, because.
And let's take it even deeper than that, Nate. Look, I was just on the way home with Jen a little while ago, and we were talking about some of the mental struggles that I deal with trading and that she deals with in her job. And we were saying the hardest thing, and all the motivational speakers will tell you this, the hardest thing to master is self. Period. Right. The hardest thing to master is self, because you can't run away from yourself. You're stuck in there with you. So you have to hold yourself accountable if nobody else does. And that is the hardest thing to do, because you can very easily say, I'm not going to do that today. I'll go ahead and eat that burger today. Just one ain't going to hurt. That's right. And you got to have that self-discipline to stop doing the bullshit. We all do. You know?
Look at, watch. I'm going to tell you who to watch in the morning. Watch him real close. Mark. If you in there in the pre-market, watch how Mark trades. He is so confident about his trades, it is scary.
He's done all the math. He's done all the thought process. He's talked to himself out loud about it several times.
This guy is going to make so much money, it's going to be scary. He's going to scare the hell out of himself. I'm going to just tell you.
Where is
Mark
he today?
got to get out of his own way, because Mark is scared to trade like that, but Mark is ready, and he doesn't even realize he's ready. But he's starting to slowly but surely come out of that shell.
Hey, Dawn, didn't I tell you?
Good advice.
Didn't I tell you that about a month ago? I said Mark's killing it. Didn't I tell you?
Yeah. Yo, you guys have seen me tease Mark and rib Mark so bad. Like, why are you not doing the same? Why are you giving away all the trades? Why are you not trading? Mark, why are you only trading $400 a day when you know the L2 almost as well as Nate? Why are you doing
I'm gonna tell you why, though. I know why he was doing that, because he beat it in the meat. Because he sticks to that price, that risk management. That's one of his biggest things. Like, he beat that.
And you lose $8,000. That's going to mess with your head. And he needs it. He's using it to trade for bills. Well, maybe not in that moment, but
he done damn near tripled the account now. So he's
more comfortable
going into all these
It's like,
trades.
dude,
Yeah.
You are ready. You are primed and ready. It's time to fly, baby.
But he's not ready till he tells
But
himself he's ready.
That's it. Just like Nate. When you can't force Nate to do nothing. Mark's not going to do that until Mark realizes,
when it's time.
hey,
When
wait a minute, I'm ready.
Then it's
and
time.
he's starting. Baby steps. He is starting to do it. Look what he's doing now. This is the baby step. That's the part Nate's talking about. That's what's scary. Yep. He's in his infant stage of doing that. And look at what the money he's making.
Right?
Yeah. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he killing. He is killing it. I tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm proud.
Tell you what though, I'll hear him talking to himself. I'll hear that ad machine. You hear him.
Dude, boom! You'll hear him drop it. I just made $400 in that trade.
Yeah,
it's so funny. Yeah.
It's like a mic drop. Yeah, you'll hear him ticking, tick. I just made $1,500 in that one.
You getting in or not? What are you doing? You hear him argue with himself a couple times. Maybe I'm gonna get it. Nah, I don't think I'm gonna. Even I should just get it.
Well, and sometimes he's stealth. Sometimes you don't even know he's in a trade.
Right.
Nate was like, well, Mark, when would you go? You're in that already? When were you going to tell him, Mark? Yeah, I'm already in there. He's getting sneaky with it, right?
He's like, why didn't you tell me?
He's sliding in there, not saying shit.
He'll be like, yep, I'm in it. Or, yep.
I mean, he's getting really good at what he does. I think the turbo keys have really made it easier, and he understands that he's really got to
they changed his game.
Yeah,
they changed his game, just like they changed yours. But here's the thing: I don't, and you know where I'm going with this, Nate. I don't know though. But I don't want what happened with you to happen with him, where he maybe starts over trading. Because I almost hear it. Like today, he couldn't stop until he hit that comma. Did you hear that?
Oh yeah.
So it's like the
other day, he was done for the day, and then he was like, "Hey, you see that?" And he wanted people to get in. And he's like, "I just want to trade. But he was done. I told myself I'm done for the day, so I'm not going to do it." And he stuck to it. It was killing him.
Yeah, it's hard to get out once you're in it. But
and when you get good at it, it's hard to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know,
it's addicting.
Because Nate was like, bam, bam, ooh, another 500, bam, bam, and just killing it.
Just like any addiction, it's hard to stop. It just you.
Yeah, but Dawn, I'm still struggling whether or not I want to trade every day. I'm at that point where I don't have to trade every day, but when I don't worry about trading, it seems like I make the most money. Just like today, I didn't intend to trade like that today, but it set itself up, and coach said them words, and I was like, well, let me just go and jump in here and see what I can do. So but I don't know. I just
it's
think,
like you're a trader at heart. It's hard to walk away from it because you enjoy it.
Yeah, it is. But I'm gonna be all right. I'm just struggling with some stuff, and just other stuff going on with me right now that forcing me to kind of pull back a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I told you after about 10:30, I'm out. I ain't hanging around in here with y'all all day like that.
He wants to be at the park with the ducks.
You
don't want to be with us.
It seems like the longer I stay, and if I stay around, that's just gonna cause me to lose more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Geez.
So,
you guys start 4:00 in the morning.
It's a long day, right, Future?
That's a long day.
Very long day.
Hours right there.
Yeah, but that ain't it.
Yeah,
but that ain't it, Future.
That's a long day.
Yeah, but that's not it for me. I'm mentally and committed to being up in the morning. That's not a problem because I like the way I'm able to trade in the morning because I can see the field clearer in the morning. But right at about 9:30 when the market open, I'm looking for that. I'm looking for that trade about 9:40, 9:45. After I take that trade, I'm gone. I want to get on out, make my money, and call it a day. And I see y'all guys whenever I see y'all guys. I'm still listening, but I don't be trading. No,
I find the days that I make the most money, I've made it by 8 a.m. my time. I've made it in the first half an hour. So after that, it's just putting money back, losing money.
That's one thing I realized. Sorry, you start reflecting. I'm like, all right, so where's my most success? It's like before 11 a.m. Eastern time. After that, I'm just I'm jonesing for a trade and stupid. I may make money sometimes, but like, why am I in this? It's like I look back and I'm like, look at the trades from the morning. Those are clear indicators of which direction it's going. And at midday, I'm like, wow, it might go up 30 cents here. I'm like, that's so stupid. It's just.
So timing is the key. We talked about this morning, Nate. The most volume is gonna come in between I say 8:30, 7 to probably like around about. So they be like shift change and then around lunch. That's it. But you still have breakouts that happen in the middle of the day. You never know when it's gonna happen. I used to try.
And let me tell you, and Ralph, right? Those times that you recognize that the volume has fell off and this and that. That's when you should be working on your craft. You should be working on trading real small. You should be working on watching the L2. You should be trying to figure out what kind of trader you are, what's comfortable for you. And those are the times you need to take advantage if you're going to be in here. If you're not going to be in here, then that's different. But if you're going to be sitting up in here, I damn sure be working on my damn self. I would not let this opportunity just dry up and then I end up quitting. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I take those times to stare at the L2 and just stare at it and watch it and watch the flow of it. And I've gotten really adept with just watching it and seeing how it behaves and how it relates to the candles and what's going on actually in the trade. And that's during the slow times, that's the best time to do it because it's not moving erratically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know, we in the L2, I'm gonna be honest with you, the L2 ain't 100%, but what is? What we got? That's 100%. Nothing. Yeah, nothing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you use what you have until you can't use it no more, and you just keep going. Yeah,
that's it.
If it's making you money, keep doing it. Yeah, just keep doing it. Yeah.
Hey, but, you know what? I heard because I listen to a lot of traders. But what people should do, all right, after you've been trading for a while, work instead of trying to do all the extra stuff. Work on that layup, right? Instead of trying to do the layup. You know how when you playing basketball, you got that one shot that you know you're gonna hit.
I thought you said layup. I'm like, did he say layup?
Yeah, work on the layup. What's your layup trade? Right? What's your layup trade? What's the trade that you see every time and you know it's gonna hit? That's the trades that I go and look for every time, and I wouldn't worry about the ones that really don't work. But it's a trade that you know that you got that every time you see this setup, it works more than it don't work, and that's the trade that I think you should take every single time.
What do you do?
That's the edge. Right?
You know what I did today, Ralph? I'm doing what Nate does. The volume is high in the morning. Once the volume starts tapering away, I'm done. After he explained to me all about volume. So what did I do today? I did my journal. I went back, wrote my journal down, and wrote down what I did right and what I did wrong. And then next time, all day, I was looking at it and charting it again. Just like what Nate says, on your downtime, start looking at it. See what you can improve on. That's what I did. I probably did that for the next 5 hours after that. Then I did a couple things wrong, but I still made money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that journal and volume, what Nate says and all, I'm learning all this from the pre-market, from 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm learning all this.
Yeah, the journal is everything. You know, how else are you going to go back and correct what you did if you don't write it down? Because you don't remember all that.
I'm telling you, after you and Mark was all talking about the journal, like I said, next day, bam, I went right to the store, man. I was like, I'm going to start writing this down.
Being in pre-market will teach you stuff that you need. You can use all the time. Like
And you know what? Another thing I'm doing.
Pre-market is like preschool.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm doing now? What what Nate is taught is Danny DeVito.
Yes.
That Danny DeVito.
I start every trade off damn near.
Oh yeah.
Every trade damn
near.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to hit to the moon. You can't.
You can't just go in because you can sure as hell and hit hell as quick as you can.
Yeah. But that Danny DeVito, man, I was like, oh my gosh. It's like that was awesome.
It works.
Yeah.
Let me tell you
I tried to do a Danny DeVito the other day, and Robinhood didn't fill me, cheating bastards. I'm like, I just want 2 contracts. I'm not doing 10 this time, and they did not fill that order. I thought I was in SPY right from the jump when it started. Remember, you asked me, Nate, was I in SPY when it first started going down? Dude, I got in with a Danny DeVito. Robinhood did not fill that shit. I was so mad.
Robinhood will make you'll change the trade, you'll modify it until you put it to what they want. Then they take it. You're like, motherfucker, yeah.
I don't know why y'all trade them. I don't get it.
Because it's so much. It's easy, Nate. It's familiar. It's easy to trade on there. Weeble's difficult for me. I don't know.
Weeble easier to
on
me.
my phone. I can do it on my
but
phone.
Robinhood easy. It's just Robinhood. I'm gonna just keep it real. Robinhood just easy to get money in and out of.
It is.
That's all it is.
You know what? You deposit money and you get instant credit. Like
that's all it is.
Debit card. They give you a debit card.
Yeah, you get credit on all your money right away. Webull.
That's it.
Give credit provisional, and you can't trade this. You can't. Oh no, this is too volatile. You can't trade that because your money's still waiting. You know.
That's because of the size of your account, Christina. That's all that is.
Well, what am I supposed to do? So that's why
they trying to protect you. They want to keep you as a customer.
That's why we trade Robinhood. That's why we do it.
Yeah. Well, you know, like I say,
for the little people.
You know, once you do a margin,
I use
once you get up the margin, you won't have them problems with
right.
I promise you. Yeah, you won't have it. But I ain't told people. Look at here. I ain't told y'all, but you know, a lot of people just think I make money every day. But shoot, this morning, before Coach got on there. You know, I had got in a trade and I was down $700 on the trade this morning. I was down $700. Yes.
Oh wow.
I was down.
Nate, I probably see that every day. I probably see that almost every day. I'm down that much.
What?
But you remember you heard me when I said, darn, I got a bad entry.
Yeah,
and it was too high.
Yeah.
Yep. I got in too high.
Does that all the time.
And the stock took me in the depths of the water. It just took me way down there.
Wow.
I rolled that thing up and I ain't said nothing to nobody. I muted the hell out of all y'all. I said, okay, here we go. Here we go. It was a little early.
In the depths of the water.
And I'm going to tell you, by the time when Coach had mentioned SPY, I had that thing over there sitting by itself, just looking at it. I'm up 25, down 50. Then before you know it, I was down 700, then down 800. And I said, let me jump in this SPY because Coach over here screaming this thing out. I jumped in SPY, pulled my whole day off. I shut that shit down over there on the other side. I shut that thing down. I said, let me get out of this thing here because this is ridiculous. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, I have them days sometime, but, you know, I'm all the time looking to, you know, to pull myself out of a good trade or a bad trade. But sometimes it does happen. I get stuck in trades too, but I just knew something was, I just felt like it was going to be a good day. The whole market was red. So guess what? Yeah. Crypto was dead. The market was red. So somebody had to be making money. Yeah. Everybody was making
Tesla ever dropped like everybody thought it was going to?
It did for a little while. It dropped down to $1, 150 some dollars. It dropped down into 150.
In the beginning it did. I got it messed up. Yeah. I got in at the top. That's why mine.
Yeah.
But that ain't never stopped me out. I just closed that trade that I was in just now.
So when I'm having a bad day with everything and it's not working out right, I start gambling on my phone, and I'm up $500.
What the hell?
Nice.
Yeah.
What you just said, Christina?
I know.
Start gambling.
Is it real money?
That's what I did. I'm up $500. Real money.
Is that where you're getting the money to trade from?
No.
You doing like the slot machine?
She gambling and getting it to trade. I know that's right.
Video poker or something?
I'm on Chumba, and I found this game, and I just kept hitting and hitting. I'm like, wow, yeah. So I'm up $500 on that.
You told me about that. Girl. I'm like,
huh?
You need some counseling.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I thought he said you did awesome. He said you need counseling.
Yeah.
1-800-GAMBLER.
Yeah.
Christina like shit. It's
Wait,
working.
here's the thing though. Here's the good thing about I didn't put a dime into that. Not one red penny, nothing. Because I
Have
get
you
every day
cashed
going in,
out
you get a
yet?
bonus. You get a bonus every
Have
day,
you
right?
cashed
$1.
out yet?
No, I'm about.
Yeah.
I just set up my verification, but no, I'm gonna be able,
Ralph.
I'm gonna be able to
Ralph.
cash out. No, it's not.
Sounds
my
like
money,
you should
but
forget
it's-
about
so-
trading and just gamble all
No, it's
day.
all my money now.
Have
It's
she
all mine.
cashed
Right.
out yet? That's what I
Ralph.
want to know.
It
I'm gonna
worked.
watch, I'm gonna do it right now. Hold on.
It worked,
I
Ralph.
did.
Ralph, it worked. The
That's
game
what it worked.
plan worked. Yeah, it worked. Yeah.
I'm gonna cash
They
out
got
right now.
one
So
more.
y'all.
They got
I'll
one
tell you
more
this.
addicted to their website now with Christina. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Always do a withdrawal.
Christina,
Yeah.
you ever been to a real casino?
Yes.
Yeah. I
They're
don't.
made out
I
of
don't gamble.
marble. They're beautiful. Not by people taking money out of their account.
No,
Yeah.
I've been to nice casinos. I've been to Vegas and everything too.
No,
I mean,
what I'm saying is
I have casinos in my
they're
state.
beautiful
Oh,
because they could afford it from people losing money.
Oh, I know. That's what they're supposed to. Yeah, I know that. I
Yeah.
know. Oh, I
Yeah,
know.
we don't
but
gamble. Me and my wife, we don't gamble.
And the
But-
lights
so
and
we can-
everything are there
Yeah.
to take your mind off of what is going
there's,
on.
look, here's
The
my
fact
daily
that you're
bonus.
losing
See, it
money.
says claim. There's my daily bonus. I'm gonna
Yeah.
claim that right now. That's $1. And I let that build up over a few days, and I started playing, and now I'm up $500.
Like, oh, I'm losing all this money, but it's really cool and pretty in here.
I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
up
It's a
$9.
wonderland. Wee! I just lost
$109.
$500. Wee! But it's beautiful in here.
I'm gonna cash out 350. I'm gonna cash out 350 so I can keep
That's
the
the
rest
truth.
cameras.
That's
So
what they're built like for to do
Hey,
that. That's
hey,
wild.
hey,
and
Dawn,
It
built
don't
up.
matter. I won't ever put money
The-
in them. I use my bonuses all the
Yeah.
time. I don't put money in them. I never do.
Dawn,
I
I'm
just-
gonna go because I got to go in here and watch the game. So the game come on at 7. So
Oh, the game's on.
I'm,
Okay.
yeah, I gotta
Nate,
watch
thanks
my
for
game.
coming and
time.
hanging out with us,
See
man.
that?
It,
Yeah.
what,
Thanks for your help,
what
man.
is it? It's a
Bye, Nate.
C16 right now, ain't it? What is?
No, it's the Final Four.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
March Madness, huh?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Final
I think
Four,
the Gamecocks play on Friday, right?
I think I thought it was tonight.
The game. I thought it said Friday. No.
Friday is the championship game, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta check it. When I get in the house, I'll check it. But
I know
But
you're
anyway,
a
I'll
Georgia
see
fan,
y'all-
but do you like the Lady Gamecocks?
yes,
Yeah, that's what we watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's a Georgia
Yes, sir.
fan.
Yep.
I like Georgia, but I like the Gamecocks. I like the girls. Yeah.
Turk just
They
let
be
your
killing
game
me.
out. Nate, if you want to go, just say you got to go. You ain't got to tell a story. The game ain't even on till
No.
Friday.
Is it Friday?
Caught.
Stop
Wait a minute.
Stop
Let
it.
me
Dog.
look.
Stop it.
Wait a minute.
Caught.
Is it Turk? Is
I
it Friday?
just want you to know
I'm
I
looking
picked
now.
up on
I'm
that.
looking now. I thought it was Friday.
Okay. Well, what is it? What you see?
I'm looking right now. Give me a second.
You supposed
Yeah,
to know.
'cause
You
I-
said you can right go watch the game. Then you knew it was
Yeah.
coming on tonight.
Look, just cash out, you guys.
Because Iowa played last night. The Gamecocks played Saturday, and I'm thinking they got at least a 2-day break. So I figured it would be tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They
You
in the
figured.
It's the Final Four. Yeah.
And is you still in
Yeah.
it or they got knocked out? I don't even know.
No, they got killed last night. They got beat down.
Yeah. All right. I thought
Yeah, that
so.
Caitlin girl, boy, she went on a
No, they're
rampage with them 3
playing.
shots.
Nate, you're gonna have to stay with us, man. They're playing Friday at
Okay.
7 p.m. against NC State.
Oh, that's
That's
right.
our-
They are playing. They are playing NC State. I thought
Hey,
it
if
was
you don't want to
tonight.
be here, just say, you know what? I gotta eat dinner or whatever you gotta say.
Yeah, no, we ain't. I don't think she got no dinner ready because you don't know my wife.
It's
That's
eat out
true.
Mad
night.
at you?
It's eat out
She'll
night.
Are you
She'll
in trouble
start
again?
cooking at 7 o'clock, and I won't eat till 9 o'clock. So I know. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, but you
boy.
know what? I'm glad you cut it short for me. I got to get the hell up off of here.
I just want you to know
All right,
we
Nate.
know what's up. It's all good. You got to go. It's all good.
Yeah, I'll see y'all in
I'll
the
let you in the
morning.
morning.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right,
All
in the morning.
bye. Bye.
Bye.
What is that noise?
I don't know.
What's
Doesn't
that?
sound like
Is that at
chicken.
Nate's house?
It sounds like a gamecock.
Like a
That might
be.
cock-a-doodle-doo type chicken.
Right?
That's
Yeah.
There it is.
Uh-oh, there
I
it is.
still
No,
hear
that's
it.
something.
What is that?
That's not my house.
That's somebody else's background. You know it's your house, Christina.
You know what? It's probably my dog playing with his toy.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
It's a dog toy.
Yeah.
I was like, what in the hell is that?
This sounds like a
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
gamecock.
So you guys, just so you know, I just cashed out and it's going to my bank.
I'll put myself on
Okay.
mute.
So So it works.
You know,
See?
Future Trader, let us know before we go. I know you've been holding it in. What you made today, Future Trader? That's why he on here. He made a killing today. I heard him say that he did something good this morning.
What'd you
It was
Tell us
do?
something good. Tell us something good.
It was a 2,610.
Nice.
See what I'm saying? Future Trader been killing it.
Right
Yeah,
on.
Are
That's
Wow.
all
you an EWO guy or a scalper?
No, I was scalping it.
Okay. So you
Okay. Tell us how and what. What and how did you
Well,
scout?
when I heard Coach said it was a down day, and then he said SPY is looking heavy. So I
Well,
normally don't
I
do
love SPY
SPY,
down.
but I did do SPY.
Okay, I'm gonna pull the SPY up so we can look at it with you.
Yeah, hold on.
I love SPY puts. That's the best. That's the money right there. SPY puts.
I love SPY puts.
Yeah.
I don't never trade SPY.
Oh my God,
careful.
I love SPY puts.
You gotta try it, but be careful. It's
Yeah, today
Yeah.
it
it
was
will
Rock
rip your
City.
face right off and stomp on it. Yeah, it will. But
I know about
that's
it.
good for you. It's so good. You know. And you
Yeah,
can buy
it was like around 934 I entered.
You can buy like 100 contracts, super cheap. I wouldn't buy that many. I'm just saying. You could.
were you in Future Trader options or shares?
Oh, options.
Okay. Someone was
Yeah,
asking me.
the only time I do shares is pre-market. That's it.
Right, me too. Well, it depends. I mean,
But
yeah.
I was doing a Danny DeVito, and that's what helped me.
How many?
You got in at
contracts did you
934?
do?
Yeah, 934. I started with 5, and then by the time I was done, I was up to 30.
That's how I did SPY last week too.
Then I did also at the same time I was doing AMD.
AMD got me.
Damn, you traded two at once.
No,
I always do.
I
I
always
did 3 probably.
That's my problem.
Hold on. Yeah, I did Tesla, AMD, and SPY.
See?
All started with small
I
Danny
went Tesla and SPY
DeVitos.
at the same time. That's scary.
So you got in what, SPY puts, right?
Yeah, look at all that.
Yep.
Because right here, yeah.
Just when Coach said it was heavy, that's what gave me the confidence.
Yeah.
So you got in at this point.
And
right
I
in
waited
there.
a little. Yep. And as each candle was red, I added like 5 more.
What, the more it went down?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey.
I was up to like 30 on that.
So at what point did you get out?
5, yeah.
Hold on. Let me go to SPY. This dog.
That right there.
It was like around 9:45, right around there, when it was starting to turn green. It was the top had a real long top wick. I was out.
Probably right there, John, at 9:45. You see how where it turned.
There was like a real long wick.
Right
around.
Back a little.
Yeah, and that's when I got out.
Okay. Where the white is?
Yeah, but I mean, even on the EWO, it was showing down.
Yeah.
I did keep an eye on the EW at the same time, but it was all red. It was underneath the VWAP.
Everything
the
was
20
down.
to 50. Yeah, but man, when Coach said it looked heavy, it was. I'm starting to learn to listen to Coach better. Like when he said, "Anybody listen to me?"
Yeah, 945's right here.
Yeah, and that's when Nate. No, was it? Oh yeah, Coach says Nate is like Jimmy when he listens.
Yeah,
and I was like, I'm writing this all down.
I wrote a sticky this weekend. Just listen to him.
Yeah,
because when Jimmy came on, like last week he was on.
Take the
he was talking about like how he listened to him, how he learned his voice more than he learned how to trade.
Yep.
So I'm taking that to heart now a little more.
Yeah. Oh, I'm very serious listening to Coach. He's right. The Coach is right.
Yeah.
Be on point.
That's why he's coach.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, everybody has been listening to us talk about Coach's rules. Let's take a minute to go ahead and observe those rules real quick. Let's see. Where is that video? If anybody wants to grab a drink, now would be a good time.
Yeah. Hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Never lose more than 1 to 3% ever of your total account value in any given day. Always make sure you have stop losses on each and every single trade, whether it's shares or options. Make sure you guys are practicing base hits. Don't be trying to go for those home runs. Everybody be cool with that. Every once in a while, you get the home runs. But that comes back to our other rule. Let the runners run and stop out the losers. All right? So if we're getting hammered on something and it's going against you, just get out of there. If you're new to trading, do not trade in the first 30 minutes of the day or the last hour, ever. And if you are new to trading, do not use real money. You should be using simulated trainers, and you can use them on all sorts of different accounts. TD has them. TradingView, you can do rewinds. There's all sorts of stuff. Don't come in with real money blowing up your account. That is not how you want to learn. I want to make you a stock market trader and not just another call-out chaser.
Shout out to Coach. We learned from the best, baby.
That first rule is one of the most important ones that'll keep you in the game long time.
Yeah, because if you lose all your money, you can't play. You're done.
That 1 to 3%. Don't lose no more than 1 to 3% of your account in one day. That's radical. It's real tough. If your account's smaller, you might need to adjust the damn rules a little bit. But if you have that rule right there ingrained in your head, then you'll last a long time. Like, for real.
You'll always have money.
1% of your account means you got to mess up 100 times before that shit depletes your account. We have traders in here that just lose it all in one day. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I'm in. Bam, everything gone.
Damn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I would never do that.
Yeah,
that's
idiotic.
If I wouldn't do it, you know it's risky.
You know, Dawn, technically in that SPY, I was in the EWO and I didn't realize it. I should have just shedded. Yeah, I should have shedded. I didn't shed. That's why Nick was saying.
Do you ever shed? Do you use the shed?
Oh, yeah. I've shedded before in it. Yeah, it's a lot better. You back and you're like, oh, I could have made this much more money. And that doesn't how it works. You go by the rule, like Coach says, in a long run, you'll do better. But like I was doing a journal today, like Nate says, when you're done, go back. And I realized I was actually in the EWO in that SPY, and I didn't catch it. Now I'm like, all right, well, next time I'll look better. You know what I mean? I could have made a lot. Well, you know how they say, I could have made a lot more money. It's actually, no, I should have learned the strategy more is what I should have done. You know what I mean? Like you always say, strategy. I'll get there. It's just, it's frustrating sometimes.
Dude, I totally get it. That's what we were saying a little while ago. The hardest thing to master, and Nate always says this too, work on self. Work on yourself. Yeah. Because if you work on you, that takes care of the trade because you will be in the right mindset to trade properly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you'll follow the process because you are a trader that follows the process.
It's like giving yourself air first before you do it for anybody else.
Yep.
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to sit back.
That's like when we were talking about Mark McSee. Mark McSee has gotten really good at honing in on what he's doing, and he's really disciplined.
Yeah.
It took forever. Nate is extremely. Look how long it took for Nate to do options. Everybody, Nate, you should do this. No.
How about that day though?
I'm not ready.
That's all I can lose is what I put in. What? And then he went for it.
Now I'm ready.
He doesn't like them that much. He'll get in if it's something big, something big's happening.
Nate, do yield max. Nate, do cover call. Nope.
Nope. Nope.
He's like, I'm doing this, and that's all I need to do. Yep. Wick comes down. I'm out. Nate, didn't you want to stay?
I don't like it.
Nope.
Yeah. I don't like it. I'm out.
Yeah.
He is very disciplined. Both of them are, extremely disciplined. So that's why they work well together, and I like listening to them because it teaches me. I sit there, even if I'm not trading, I listen to what they're saying and I write it down. And that's just like we were all telling Danny this morning. Danny was like, well, I don't have any money, so I'm going to go ahead and dip out. And we were like, well, Danny, you could paper trade. He's like, well, I don't really like paper trade. No, we meant paper trading, like right where you would have gotten in. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Right where you would have gotten in. And that, and then right where you would have gotten out. And that way, it's not necessarily going through the mechanics, but the mechanics aren't always on point anyway.
That was in pre-market, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. That's what I thought. Yeah, that was in pre-market.
It's like you can mentally go over the mental mechanics.
I miss it.
Yeah, it's like go over the mental mechanics. That's what that does. Nate does it all the time. He trades on actual paper. Damn, I had lemon on my grape, and I think I put it in my eye.
Grape skin in your eye?
Lemon.
That's how you know you're going too hard with the grapes.
You know how lemon is, right? How like lemon will. I actually take a half a lemon and squirt it all over my grapes because I like them to be really sour like candy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that'd be good.
I think I had lemon on my hand just now, and I rubbed my eye, and I'm like, sure. Yeah, that's not cool. Yes, I'm doing this on camera. I'm like, no, we're not gonna have a burning eye while we're trying to do the aftermarket.
Yeah.
Actually, it might have been on here because didn't I rub? Yeah, no more of that.
But Danny have been missing a lot of days. I gotta figure out what's up with Danny.
Yeah, man, let's scope Danny out. I think Danny's struggling. I don't want us to lose Danny because Danny could be really good. But I think he's getting in his own way, and he's also getting in his own head. You know what I mean? Can't save them all. See, that's the thing. This is hard. Listen, we are all learning firsthand why 95% of traders don't make it. Aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
I get it, dude.
Just being like, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I can't.
Yeah, I get it. I seriously get why they quit. I'm never going to quit because I'm too into it. I don't let anything get me like that. And what else am I going to do? Where am I going? You know what I mean? Bruno always says to me,
what the hell else am I going to do?
Right. So I am committed to learning. A coach has given me these memberships and he's put me on his team. I'm not going to let that man down. I'm not going to let me down. And I'm damn sure not going to let him down. Right. So yeah, it's taking me longer than it should.
Because you're not just letting yourself down. When you quit on something, you can brush off the whole letting yourself down and all that bullshit. But when you've got a group of people, if you know you're letting them down too, that's what makes it harder to pull away.
Makes a huge difference.
Right, it makes a huge difference in a trader that's going to make it. It'll bring that 95% way down. You know,
I watched Jen. I would love nothing than to just go into Jen and be like, "Hey, baby, guess what? It's time to quit. It's time to, unless you want to work. You know what I mean? I want to do that. You know, I don't want to let her down. She is like, I can go to her and say, hey, honey, I lost $200 today. I know we can't afford it. It's not cool. Not only is she not the type of person to be like, what the hell, blah, 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 but she's like, okay, well, what did you do what rule didn't you follow? What rule didn't you follow? Dude, she's going to sit there and walk through a trade with me. Come on, that's a blessing to have somebody in your corner like that.
Right. And then to have a whole group of us like that. To have
yes. I mean, it's not just coach. He's created a family.
Make or break a trader right there.
Yeah. I think this is what keeps us. You know that, right, Christine? I think this is what keeps us here. This group, coach got us in. He said it. You get in with my training, and the group is why you stay. That is exactly right.
It is because you realize, like, shit, I can't do this. Like, I can't do this by myself. I can't do it alone.
Yeah, I think I probably would have stopped by now if it wasn't such a tight-knit group and we didn't always reinforce coaches' rules and help each other along.
Oh yeah, me too, for sure. With one of my, I mean, I've had some big losses, and with one of them, I would have definitely stopped. But been like, because who else? Nobody would know it. I'm not, it wouldn't be like anybody's gonna know, or it's just me. But if I've got other people that are going to know it, then you got to stand up. You got to keep going. You got to
make sure you hold yourself accountable.
Hold yourself accountable, exactly. Because other people are holding you other people count on you. Other people holding you accountable. other people are learning from you, whether you're winning or losing, and we're all learning from each other. So
I was proud of you
That's
the other
right.
day, instructing the guy on the cover call. I'm like, look at you.
Yeah.
I'm not
Stop
touching
it.
people. I'm bad at teaching because I'm impatient. I'm the person who's like, just let me do it. Just give it to me. Just let me do it.
I do that.
Just forget about me telling you how to do it. Just give it to me. It's gonna take longer for me to do that. Let me just teach me.
Christina, you need to start getting on the journal because I'm gonna let you know.
I'm on the journal.
What you've been doing? It's working
now.
Yeah.
But,
I'm on the journal. I got my journal going. I'm good.
But we are in a raging bull market right now. So
you see my journal. Some pages
saying.
you'll turn the pages. I was looking at it the other day, and it's there's big letters. That's a day I did bad. Don't do this again. I'm yelling.
Or just saying we're in a bull market. I'm just saying.
I know. It's great. Yeah. Today sucked.
Exactly.
Man,
That's what I'm trying to point out.
I was determined to only do Spy, and all I got was this.
Yeah, well, I got up too late, and so I missed out in the morning. And when I missed that, the rest just sucks. So I hate that. I missed my whole. I woke up, I laid there for a minute. I'm like thinking, day is it? Time is it? What am I supposed to be doing? And I'm like, shit, it's a weekday. I know it's a weekday. I'm like, what time is it? Phones are dead. I'm like, ah. So now I can't find out what time it is. Gotta put one on the charger. By that time, I'm finally coming to, and I'm like, and I realized it was like 11 o'clock or something. But I was up. I had been up for a couple nights, so I haven't been sleeping well at all lately.
I thought I didn't hear you in the pre-market, Christine.
Yeah, wasn't it?
No, I was surprised when she was in the backstage. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah,
I don't sleep.
I didn't kick in till I don't know, like noon my time. So
wow.
Time, yeah. I was up. I got up, and then I had to get my thoughts together and figure out how to work the computer and how to work things. I can't do that for the first hour that I'm awake. I'm confused for a while, and then
you know who I was impressed with this morning? Aaron. Aaron's been in there. Who else has noticed? Aaron's been coming on. You know what I mean?
He has.
Yeah, he's been coming on, making a mark, telling people, helping people.
Yeah.
And obviously he's got experience, right?
And he's got that voice. It's that relaxing. Just
very, very, very relaxing.
No rush about anything. It's just all right. Yeah.
Coach. So did you,
yeah,
making? He just talks like this, and it just
right
really
on,
calms
right
you down.
on.
Is that the guy from Mexico?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who reminds me of what I tell him? His voice sounds like the guy from Beavis and Butthead back in the day, the school teacher, the hippie school teacher. Right, but he said this morning that he goes to bed 7 o'clock his time so that he can be up 1 a.m. his time, which equates to 10 o'clock our time, Eastern time, and 4 o'clock our time. So my 10 to 4, which is what I go to bed and wake up, is his 7 to 1. I'm like, wow.
Oh, so his bedtime in our time it would be 10 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Eastern time is 10 p.m. He's going to bed at 7 p.m. where he's at.
And that's only 10 p.m. Eastern time?
That's 10 p.m. Eastern time, yeah.
He just sent a note in the messages. I love you too. He
said what?
He put a note in the messages. I love you too, and I'll put a shirt on, ...
I was going to say the no shirt guy. The first day, no shirt. He must have read my mind.
Right. She's still picturing him with no shirt.
No, I'm not. No, not that. It was just funny because remember Mark made the joke. Mark, who said he's probably in the witness protection program.
He does stuff with animals. I wonder if he's like kind of a quasi vet or he does stuff. I like to see the animals he saves. He says,
that's pretty cool.
He saves.
Has anybody seen Ted?
Ted?
No.
Ted?
I was wondering. I didn't see him today.
Yeah. He hasn't been in a couple days, has he?
That's strange.
I wonder if he's okay.
He wasn't in yesterday?
No. I don't think he was.
He's a very outgoing guy.
That's not like him.
No.
Yeah.
There's Aaron.
I don't usually be there in the daytime, so.
Aaron.
What's up, man?
Well, now you got me worried about Ted. It's been a couple days.
Has it?
I wasn't there yesterday.
I thought the same thing, but I was like, mate, I'm not in there all day.
No, I feel like I didn't hear him yesterday.
yesterday.
I can't remember yesterday, so I don't know.
Was he?
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember.
Oh, someone wrote here that he's going to the Final Four basketball stuff. So maybe.
That's right.
Okay.
He's
That
fine.
makes sense.
Yeah, he's fine.
Look at him. Look at him. He's going to the Super Bowl, Final
Living
Four.
life.
Must be nice.
Right.
Living large. He's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
He's
all worried
spending some
about
of that
Where's he
moolah.
at? Yeah.
Spending some of that moolah.
Good for him.
Heard my name, so I figured I'd just jump in. rather
Hey,
than-
He jumps in with the voice.
I put a shirt on for you guys. I put a shirt on, so I'm sitting at about 100 degrees down here in Mexico.
Aaron.
What kind of animals do you are you a vet as well, or?
No.
But you said you work with animals, right? Or you save animals somehow?
Oh, yeah, I'm down here. I donate my time to an animal sanctuary that just helps animals. And I mean, there's tons of dogs and things here, but we just take in animals that are brought to us and, by the gift of God, and we take care of them and show them sanctuary and love and just give them a life that they didn't have. So
That's awesome.
I do
Are
that
you
part.
working
as
like
well.
a pound? Like a pound?
No, it's they're family
It's like
friends
a
now.
farm.
It's a house.
Oh, it's more than dogs?
Yeah, we got
Oh, it's more than dogs. Okay.
goats, pigs, chickens, ducks.
Oh, all right.
There's
I
over,
just
like,
saw an episode of Married at First Sight a couple weeks back where a lady was doing that, and it was like this nice huge farm, and they had all kinds of animals. It was an animal sanctuary. It was all
My
kinds
mom
of
watches
animals.
those animal shows, the doctors like Dr. Pole, but there's one that the two guys, they're from Atlanta. I can't remember the name of it, but they're vets, and they treat everything. Like I watched them go out and like one day it must have been all about reproduction organs or something, because one day he had to go out and was it a camel? A camel. Yeah, he had to chop off the camel's thing, for some reason. They knock him out, they give him the medication, and they're like, okay, we got 20 minutes. They know how long that thing is down. And then it starts waking up and they've got to be done, done within that amount of time.
Only Christina goes to chopping off a camel's thing.
Yeah. Yeah, there was that, and then because another dog came in, the woman brought him in, and the dog was a hermaphrodite dog. Like it had both.
What, Christina?
Both
I was
organs?
like, Mom, what are you watching? What's going on?
What ticker
My
was
mom's
that?
90, she's watching all this crazy stuff. I'm like, a hermaphrodite dog.
You know what saddened me? It made me really sad to hear about. It was I think last year I heard about this accident where they had this giraffe. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but it was like a giraffe. They had like two giraffes or something like that, or they were trying to transport it, and the truck that was holding them went under this underpass, but the giraffe
had its head up.
Damn.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That sucks.
So what, they was in like an open trailer or something?
Yeah, apparently he didn't clear. He was too tall for the underpass, and they just drove through without paying attention and killed the giraffe. It's like that was so
messed up.
That is the worst.
jacked up to hear about.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I'm
The
sorry.
more I get, the worse I am with animals.
I'm like, that was in my head right there. We were talking about the animal
Yeah.
sanctuary, and I'm
I
like,
can't
damn it,
stand
I
seeing any
couldn't.
kind of animal hurt or anything.
Me
I don't
either.
care what it is. Whatever it is, I don't care. It makes me so sad. And then I
Yeah.
get, where's the little family? They're looking for him. And one day down the street, I saw one deer had gotten hit, and another deer was right there with him. And I was like, it just made me bawl my eyes out. Like I just can't stand it. Can't deal with it. It's too sad.
Yeah. Nate was
Well,
teasing me
around
earlier
here, we
because I
hunt
was
deer.
crying with B. Axelrod. Shout out to B. Axelrod, by the way. Congratulations on
happened?
your membership. This morning, Coach gave away, and this is the kind of beautiful person that we have in Coach. He gave away a membership this morning to a guy who was expressing the fact that he was struggling, and it's all he can do to try to stay in the game and everything, and he's paying for these memberships. And Coach was like, look, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and gift you a lifetime and throw a VIP gold on top of it.
Nice.
I mean, come on. You know what I mean? I know I personally wouldn't be able to afford this stuff. If I wasn't a moderator, I wouldn't be a VIP. I wouldn't be able to afford it. So
Yeah, me
he
either.
does give blessings. I know he's blessed a lot
Coach
of us
gave me
here.
the VIP gold to add on. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
And because I
You
wanted
know?
it, there's no way I could do it because I've been making money, but I've got all these bills. I've got so
Yeah.
many bills. So yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
a blessing for me. I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
That's why we can't let it go to waste.
No.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. You know,
That
I'm
makes
gonna
me
die
proud.
trying. You know what I mean? And no, I'm not gonna hit death before I hit success. So forget that.
That's right.
So yeah, it's happening. So
So why was
man,
somebody was making fun of you because of what happened with the Axelrod? You were talking about an animal. What happened?
yeah, he started crying, dude, and he was about his struggle, and I lost it. He was crying, and it just got to me. I'm sitting there, and I was taken aback by the fact that he was crying like
That's
that.
what gets me.
But then he was so, and I related to him because
Mhm.
I've been through that struggle. I know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So for a moment, I lost it, and I like went on there, and I'm like, man, don't do that. And then he came back on. I'm like, don't start that shit because
Right.
I'm done crying.
That's what happens. Somebody could die or something. I hear about it. But if somebody is sad about something and they're crying
Yeah.
about it, that's what gets me. When I see somebody crying and they're sad, I get that whole lump and I gotta walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate feeling like that.
Well, I don't want to cut you short, but I got to get going.
Got to get going, Future. All right, baby.
Gotta go right now.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna head out too.
Yeah.
All
I'll
right,
see you
Turk.
guys. Have a good night.
All right.
You too.
Bye,
See you
everyone.
guys in the morning.
See you in the morning.
You
All
too,
right.
man. Have a good
Thank-
one. Actually,
Thanks,
yeah.
Thanks for letting me in. I'll say it.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by.
All right, Turk. You have a good one too, man.
All right,
Both
y'all.
of those guys really add to the panel. They really do.
Turk and Future Trader been killing it. You know.
He has. I couldn't
Turk.
believe that he bought 200 NVIDIA contracts and walked away.
That is crazy, right?
That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's beyond
Yeah.
crazy. That's like, oh my god.
At first, I was like, Future Trader, what the hell are you doing?
Thinking,
But then
that's
I got to
crazy.
thinking about it. I was like, in order for you to get in those trades, you got to have something going on. So.
He has quite a bit of money.
You know what I'm
That was
saying?
probably a good 100 grand maybe there,
Yeah,
right there.
I said, you know what I mean? I was like,
But
yeah.
still, you don't want to risk that. I mean,
know?
I don't care how much money you have. You don't want look at Nate. All the money he's got. He got upset the other day. He lost 100. Somebody came in there like $100. Really?
$30, man.
Yeah,
He don't like to lose $30. I'll never forget that time he tripped out because he lost $30.
Exactly.
It's like
It's about the loss.
You know you're
It's not
breaking a
about the
rule.
dollar amount. It's the loss. It's the did something wrong.
Yeah.
You made a mistake.
It's the same thing we talk about the process over profits. If the profits don't matter then why should it also apply when it comes to losses? It shouldn't have mattered the amount. A loss is a loss. And I know it's a part of trading, but if you lose and you know you probably lost unnecessarily because you did something you shouldn't have done or maybe overtraded and that loss wouldn't have been there, I think that's what upsets him.
Exactly.
You know,
Oh, yeah,
it's not the loss. I think it's
He
that
made a
he did
mistake.
something that he knew he shouldn't have done. Yeah.
Yeah, I made a mistake. Damn it.
That's for me.
Yeah.
Just knowing that I didn't do something or not breaking
You're
the
going to
rules
have
or-
them losses.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get used to having those L's.
Yeah, they unavoidable.
You're saying earlier and what coach beats us in, and it's what I've learned in the past as well. It's just you got to keep those losses small and you got to be okay with them and move on because that next trade's right in front of you. And if you're carrying that last trade that you had, you're trying to catch up or make up for that last one in revenge trading.
Yeah,
So
that's revenge trading.
as much as we know it and we're head smart, it's coming down to the moment that we're actually in the trade or making the trade to actually do what we're actually head smart about. That's the self-control that you guys are talking about earlier is that moment of trusting yourself to do it, trusting the rules, knowing that there's rules for a reason.
That's
because
huge.
someone else is
Trusting yourself. That's big.
So,
Joe
Yeah.
Pink, what's up?
What's
How
up?
are ya?
Talking
Who is
every
that?
celebrities in here.
just real quick, every
Good
loss
point,
needs
Aaron.
to be, every loss needs to be like Coach beats us in. And I've journaled my whole time trading is you have to journal because that's your learning lesson. That's where you go to what you need to change. So you're not wondering why you're getting into the next trade and doing the same thing. All you got to do is look at your journal. And there it is. What am I doing wrong? Well, right there.
And it's not about logging.
Yeah.
It's not logging. It's pen to paper because that's how it sets in there. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Christina, what happened
I
to I'm
write
gonna just
something
do it on
down,
my
it
phone?
sticks better.
What?
What happened to I'm gonna just do it on my phone?
No, I never put a journal on my phone. I'm gonna show you. I'll show you. I have my journal. Hang on. I do have a couple of them still, because sometimes if I can't find mine, I grab another one. I write in it, but check it out. Look at, I got all my writing. Can you see a big writing, everything. That's my second. This is my second one, actually.
And the only one that matters to you is to you, right? It's like ourselves accountable.
Yeah, and I got another one right here. Hang on.
I was about to say you gotta have more than one as many trades you get in.
I do. I got
Wow.
I'm saying Christina be filling that thing up, man.
And I have a third one that has a couple pages in there too. You know, like sometimes I'll just grab whatever I can and write on it right then if I need it right then.
I know.
Not there. I just grab that. Yeah. I gotta still rip all the pages out and put them all together. So I used to find, when I was in college, I didn't graduate college, but I went for a couple years.
Here's my journal.
All right, Superman. I found
Look at these.
I found that I would take my notes and rewriting them later, make it neater. Rewriting them is what made it sink in.
We got journals.
We definitely got journals. That's for sure.
So who is this? Joe Pink? I can't see the name.
Yeah, Joe Pink. He's always down in the chat. What's up, Joe Pink? I didn't do a roll call today. Hi, everybody. Love you guys.
How you trade today? It was rough. You had a good day?
Today was rough. Choppy. Yeah. I trade primarily Intel. It's cheap.
Okay.
It's like watching paint dry, so it's a good one. I'm at work when I'm trading, so it's I don't have to worry about that one having big herky-jerky movements on me. But man, that would not catch an EWO to go any direction to save my life. Same with Apple. I got 1 Apple and 4 Intel trades, all red. They were all red.
So you the one that come in the morning and you used to work for Intel, but
no.
Okay.
Let's
making about somebody else then. There's somebody that works for Intel. They retired from them.
I do. Yeah, I do remember hearing that. Yeah. No, I like Intel. You can get contracts cheap, and if you're going to do shares, they're also cheap. Like watching paint dry. It's not a crazy it's not a lot of volume in it during the day, so good stock to learn. It's good for small accounts.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm definitely going to note that. Let me know.
Yeah, people don't pay too much attention throughout the day because all the other chip stocks get a lot more love, which understandably, but Intel stock's only about $40. The contracts are well under $100 a piece usually.
Oh wow, dude! I love you. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
It's like paint dry. You see the volume dry up, especially around lunchtime. It's super slow, but
so it doesn't move big then. Or?
No, it has its days. It's one of those things. If you stick to the rules and you only lose the 1 to 2, 3% a day, when you hit one good, like yesterday, put myself back on paper. Yeah, I made $190 trading Intel yesterday, lost 113 today though. So you can get a decent enough, depending on what you consider decent. Mm-hmm. It's funny listening to like Nate. He's like, I only made 1,000 a day, 2,000. I'd like to make 100 a day, but
one day I made like 3,000. Nate made 120. I was like, all right, my 3 was nothing.
Right.
I'd like to hear some of Nate's percentages rather than his totals. What percentage was that trade? Was that a 1% trade or was that an 80% trade? I'd like to hear some of the percentages more than totals, but everybody likes to get the big numbers and dollar numbers. That's what everybody likes to hear, especially when someone like Nate that's consistently successful. I mean, he makes me mad, man. He'll have a day where he's like, he'll be in here fuming. He lost $1,200 one day. I'm like, you just made $1 million last month.
Yeah.
It's hard to feel his pain sometimes, but
yeah. Look, T. Harv Eker said there's no such thing as a really rich victim, right? So the sympathy's not there. But at the same time, it's like I totally get where he's coming from because that's why he got where he is, because he takes those losses seriously.
Yeah.
And it's like a lot of people, I lost $100 today. So no, don't do that, because Coach said it before. If you're okay with losing this, then you'll be okay with losing that amount of money.
You can become too complacent, and it will get you every time.
Yeah, you can get complacent and be like, you don't care. But especially, it's even more dangerous for Nate now because he has so much money not to be frivolous.
Yeah.
So if he gets frivolous, it's over. He can lose all that shit as quick as he got it.
Yeah.
And that's why he changed his trading too. He's even said the last few mornings and the last few weeks is he's not as aggressive and he's not needing to chase that money. So he's a little bit, not coming into the room having to trade is that mental setup where he's just relaxed and waiting for the ones that
Right.
come right to him. Those are the trades that we want. We like Ralph said, pick that layup, pick that one thing that you know, because then when you see it, you're so confident. It's just like
How do you
no-brainer.
find that?
Yeah, I've yet to find that. Year and a half I've been in the group. I've yet to find.
You gotta
Screen
journal. You gotta
time.
get the journal, screen time.
No, I mean,
Screen
like,
time.
what's running,
Oh.
what's going that day? Like,
Got
how
plenty
you
of
find
Listen to the ones that are doing it, like Mark. You know, listen to what he, like when he pulls up and tells you about a stock before it's out. Like, where is he getting that information? I need to get that up front in front of me. You know, what's coach you know, and take all those things and get them right there, because you have to be on those split pre-market. I mean, you chasing candles on the pre-market, it's not really fun, you know. So
no, and I have all the trainers and I can find all the stuff. It's how do I find the ones that work? You know, like, oh, that trade worked out so great and it went like this. How do you know this one's going to do that? You don't know.
You
know
don't. You don't. And stocks behave differently each day. That's just like Joe Pink just said. And Joe Pink, is this your first time up here on the panel?
On the panel, yes.
Yeah, I thought so. Welcome. You're always here, but thanks for coming up, man.
Yeah, I've been in the group a long time.
I know you have, and you're always here in the aftermarket. I always say Joe Pink. I remember it. So, but like what you just said, you know, Intel. Some days there's been times when Intel has been the call out of the day, where
it was one day. It was, and I made money on Intel once, but that's the only.
So, but it's not always. But
it's
stocks
funny.
don't behave the same all the time. So I think that's why David narrowed it down to say, screw it, I'm just going to do Apple. Because if you try to chase what stock is running, it's like it's
jumping in and out of too many different things.
You can't sustain that.
Yeah. I scroll through all the stuff.
You're better off learning one or two stocks and sticking with it.
Yeah, I scroll through all the stuff that we talk about on the daily, but those are all just, I try and keep my account small. I mean, I haven't had enough wins to, I think overall in a year and a half, overall I'm down about $2,500. It's not the end of the world. If I look at my day trading total, I'm down about 10 grand, but I've made back what I've made back in mostly in the wheel, honestly. So I'm trying to focus on wheel and swing more now. I just can't.
That's what I mean, right there.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
you know that the day trading ain't really there. But the swing
and I
works,
enjoy doing it. Like my number, like last year, 2023, I day traded 203 days, about 45% wins, 55% losses. My average day of 203 days, my average day was negative $14.44. So every day I traded, it's like I gave up $15. I had some wins. I had a $1,200 day, my best day ever. A couple $100 here, a couple $300 there, a lot of small wins. But then I had, my total for this year is a little wonky. When SMCI was going crazy, I said, all right, I'm going to buy one contract because it's running like crazy right now. Everyone's talking about it in the group. Everyone was wilding out. I bought it at the fucking top penniest high it went that day, and I lost fucking $1,900 like that. That's that's like by far the biggest win or loss I've ever had.
That's awful.
Right before I left on vacation, I was down in it for a couple of weeks. I would put myself back on paper again.
But let me tell you something though.
I really thought I was going to get in and out of it real fast. I was going to scalp it. I did not plan on staying in it, holding it.
That FOMO got you. You got in at the top.
This is the reason why it's so important to find like a few stocks to deal with. Because that one right there, you probably heard about the euphoria. You didn't really do much homework and you jumped into the trade. But right now, I bet you know the price of Intel. You know how many contracts it takes to make a trade in Intel.
Right.
When to get in, you know whenever it moves.
So if
you know if you get 5, this amount of drawdown you're gonna have.
SMCI was a scalp. Everyone was talking about it. I've been listening to TED talk about it for a couple of weeks. Watching all these people make money on it, green dropping all these people, and then I was like, I planned on scalping it. It hit the 2-minute green. I'm like, I feel pretty good about trying to scalp it real quick. Even if I got a quick little 1% on it, that much money, I was like, it'd be making me feel good. And I was willing to do it. And it didn't go against me. And then I didn't treat it like an EWO. So I didn't let it go all the way. It went down some, but I didn't wait for that bounce. I would have been up. I should have treated it like an EWO, but I just couldn't gut it going down anymore. It was down like 2,500. It came back up, and I was like,
so you got in on the 2-minute, but then you let it go too soon. You were able to ride it, but you let it go before it came
got
back.
in on a 2-minute, more of a confirmation that the scalp would be a little bit good, because I really did not plan on riding it like a 2-minute. It was just too much.
You gotta have the stomach for that, for riding it out.
So and it was stupid. Coach got on me. He's like, should have treated
The
it like an
trade,
idiot.
the trade ended up working out though.
Yeah.
The trade ended up working out after you got out.
Not when I was still in it, but it did for everybody.
It would have worked out.
But I'm
yeah.
saying like after you got out, it finished going on up.
Sure. Oh yeah.
So
That's like what I did yesterday with guts.
Went down around VWAP and then went back up and watched it.
Like,
I kept following it all day. I was like,
I've been seeing that a lot. I've been seeing that a lot lately with Nvidia and all these chips, and they good trades and people that made a lot of money, but the ones that's just having to struggle with that, they just can't afford to trade Nvidia. That's all that is.
Yeah.
They can't afford to draw down the Nvidia, so they get out early, and then the stock moves on without them. That's all. They end up in a weak position.
My daily watch list is all stuff that I watch daily to look for official trades that I will look at. Is all stuff that's under a couple $100. Apple, AMD, Amazon, Google, Soxel, which I don't particularly like. The Tesla, what are the TSL, TSLQ. I got SPY on there just because I like SPY, but I've had decent luck with SPY, but it's a bit much.
Yeah.
All those expensive stocks.
We all have a love-hate relationship with SPY.
SPY, it's cheap. It does you really good, but it can be so stressful because in the end, it usually does good. But during it, it will tear you apart. It's like a relationship. It's like a volatile relationship.
You'll get a nice 7-candle run, and all of a sudden you'll get a knife drop.
It's the greatest
or you'll get an extreme pop after it's gone down. Yeah.
But in the end, it turns out okay. Yeah.
People love the Qs, and I was like, that one's stung me a couple times. I don't even look at the Qs.
They'll rip your face off too.
And and I go in small, and I'm good at mechanics. I'm good at the stop losses. I've been doing this a year and a half now. I feel good about the rules. I've journaled for so long. I keep 2 journals. I keep a trade journal that is a spreadsheet on my thing of entry times and price and percentages and all that to look at over the day, and I'll go back over my trades at the end of the day. And I keep my paper journal. I mean, I do all the things. I just haven't found a groove where I really, on day trading anyway. The wheel, I do like the wheel better. I like that I don't have to mess with it through the day. I like that I can, I listen. I perk up when Mark Mancini's on talking because he's got a good groove of it. I can't afford what he does, but and I got stuck with. I got to slow down on the wheel. I got stuck with 100 shares of Tesla. And I'm about to get stuck with another 100 here in about 2 weeks.
Stuck with 100 shares of Tesla.
The cash puts. They're cash puts. They're going to be.
Because
I'm going to get another 100. So I'm going to have a couple 100 shares that are going to be pretty down.
But you know what? Hey, that might be a good thing for you because Tesla went down a lot last year, and then look what happened to it. It always goes back up. So that's probably that's why they say. Yeah, that's why they say make sure it's a stock you love.
And I love people talking about Intel and bad news after hours over in the chat. But I'll hold on to it. But the thing is, they're so down that to write covered calls against them, you ain't getting much on the covered calls against them. So it's these little baby covered calls as time goes on. And I will not write it for less than I paid for them, just in case some crazy thing happens. But so I'm writing them right at like break even price just to get something on the 100 I have now. I'm just waiting for this cash secure put April 19th. We'll see. And it's right near earnings time that one comes out. But I don't know.
It sounds like you're pretty good at the wheel. I mean,
I like the wheel. I like it. Some of the first things I watched in coaches, he started in August. I joined in September. I happened to just randomly find him on like his 3rd day broadcasting.
That's everybody's story.
The reason I like the coach, he's only about a year. I think, what does he say? 51 this year. So he's about 3 years older than I am. So we would have been in high school around the same time. Just his movie references and his music references he makes.
Yeah.
I just vibed with him a little bit. I was like, oh, I get that guy. I get where he's coming from. I get his jokes. And I was looking to get into a group. So I watched him for about 3 weeks. And I put out the money. I got in the group mid-September 22. And I've been right about, with day trading, I've hovered right about 50-50. The losers, the first 2022, that first 4 months, my journal was like, the losers were a good size bigger than the winners. I couldn't get the hopium, like I heard y'all talking about on the way on my drive home today.
Yeah.
And last year I got better at like, I'll cut them. So it's death by 1,000 cuts. It's like my wins are end up being small, but so are my losses. So but I cover right about 50-50. I can't seem to catch it. Like I never get more than, I don't think I've ever had more than 3 green days in a row. I just can't seem to catch that groove. But like Ross said, you find your thing, and mine might be the wheel. And I like the wheel. I like it. I like the way it functions. Some of the first videos I've watched of coaches were in that. What's that little section of videos? And they're there. The
on demand
workshop videos. No.
That don't mean stop the day trading. Just focus more on the wheel and do less day trading.
I'll stick to paper. And my day trading's gotten better. It used to be I would get on paper, and
Matrix.
Did I freeze up? Oh.
No, I knew it.
Yeah. I would just green day after green day after green day. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, you're back now.
So, I just, even David's masterclass last week, all the swing trading and the day trading. I like the idea of that better. And watching one a coach talk about one of his videos, we were talking about like using the EWO but on the longer time frames. That really was like, I was like, use the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and look at them.
To do that.
It's a nice feel to like, especially if it's a kind of a volatile stock or with some volume that moves a lot. Man, you see that go 2 minutes, 2 minute candle, the 2 greens on a 4 hour. That's a good chunk. That's a day. That's a good chunk to pick up, and it doesn't always stay, but you catch one of those long ones. I mean, if I had bought a Tesla put at the time I was buying those cash secured puts, I'd be in a drastically different story now. Now you look at that 4 hour chart, it's a big long chunk of red since December 2020. So,
Coach kept bringing something up today that I don't see it here us go over a lot, and that's the trend and looking at the whole time frame, right? So we be narrowed in on that 2 minute and that 2 minute EWO so much that we'll get an EWO signal, but the trend is down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to the point where I was journaling so much, and I used to take every single EWO. I didn't care, and it worked out. Like, I take every one of them until one workout. Whenever it don't work out, I just cut it short, and the one that work out, I add to it. But then I stopped doing that. Now I only take trades in the direction of the trend, right? And if it's in a pullback phase, if I do get in the trade and it's a strong EWO, I got my stop loss extra tight. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a waste of time to me. If you open up any chart and you look at the trades that's going with the trend, price get there at a faster speed. You ain't got to worry about getting stopped out or nothing. One of the reasons why I ain't take that many trades within the last day or two is because on the higher time frame, what I'm trading right now, euro yen, it's kind of like, you know how the trend goes up and then it breaks a swing and it come back to a pullback. Well, I got to wait to see if it's going to go down or up. And once the direction, so basically it's just going sideways right now. So right now I ain't really got, every time I get in, I got to keep it tight. Once it get the higher high or the lower low, it start to drop and it pick the direction, that's whenever I'm only going to trade the direction of the trend. That's it. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? Because it's sluggish. When you trade against the trend, you got to keep a wide stop loss. I mean, that should be working you out. It takes all day for the price to get to the target or whatever you're trying to stay into the trade. But whenever you go on with the trend, that shit just drop and that's it. Or if it's an uptrend, that shit just, it goes straight there. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, damn, that trade worked out perfect. And then the pullback just be slow. You know, you try to trade the other way, that shit be sluggish. You get wicked out. So, you know.
I like checking the 1 minute once in a while. When you're in 2 minutes, check that 1 minute because the 200's in a different place, the VWAP's in a different place. And if you're about to get into that 1 minute, sometimes you realize, because there's been I don't know how many trades where I've been like, man, why did that turn around? I got to the second green on the candle, the third candle it just went opposite direction. I don't know. But if you look at the 1 minute, because it was hitting the 200, it was hitting VWAP's in a different place. So it's hitting something that I wouldn't have gone on that trade in 2 minutes if it was about to hit the 200. But I didn't know it was hitting the 200 on the 1 minute. So that's still a line of resistance. You gotta, it really, once you learn to go through all those, you don't have to go up into the hour, the day, and the week every day on a day trade. But the 2 hour, you know, I like keeping the levels of the 4 hour on my chart. Those are kind of just at least somewhat bigger levels.
Yeah, the higher time frames, they hold more weight. That's why I feel like it's such a struggle on the low. lower time frame.
Yeah, unless you are
always
gonna
go to the daily chart.
The daily, like the day.
You know what I'm saying? Before I start my day, I go to them because the daily levels, they just get more volume. The daily candles get the most volume out of all the rest of them. So whatever the highs and lows are on those, you know what I mean? The levels are on those daily charts. So when they get to them areas, you can expect price to turn. You know what I mean?
A lot of that book that Coach had away, that 14 Essential Candlestick books, when you read that, I've read through that a couple of times, and when you read it and you realize, I didn't catch it, I guess, the first time around. But when he's talking about those candles,
you mean this book?
Yeah, he's talking about the day chart, day candle.
Yeah.
2 minute, 1 minute. He's talking about the day. He's talking about day chart.
I never read that book.
Yeah, in that book, he's referring to the day, so you just got equated to the one time frame that you're used to doing.
So
but
that slows way down than when you're looking at a 1 minute candle and you're trying to remember what that doji is going to tell you to do and this situation, or what that engulfing this. But when you look at a day, it slows it. Gets the brakes on it a little bit. You can really look at it a little bit. At the end of the day, now you can look at those hour or the day chart now. After hours, moving. Really think about what you're going to do and plan for the next day. And I was all so big on the 2 minute EWO when I read that book through the time. I'm like, why do these people have all this time to plan their next day based on? They're like, where's all this time coming from? You know, that's why it's a day, it's an hour, it's a day chart rather. It's not a 2 minute. You know. I don't know how people do 30-second chart, you know.
I don't either. I've looked at it and it's just so much information at one time that really is irrelevant if you're planning on sitting in a trade. You know what I mean? So it's like, why bother watching all of that? Right. You're better off just panning out and going to a longer time frame. But I definitely get why they do day charting. Because when I looked at it, it's like it actually gives you the overall trend of what the stock is doing in the course of a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? When you look at 14, 15 days instead of just what it's doing within that day, it's like, oh, wait a minute. The overall trend of this stock is up, or this stock has a serious channel going on. And it looks like it's about to hit the top of the channel. This may mean today may be a down day. So you can start watching that stuff.
Look back at like a year of Tesla or 5 years of Tesla has been down for a long time. It goes up and down in big swings, but overall it's been down for a couple of years now. It's not like it's not like the rest of the. And when I got into those cash secured puts, because Coach said something one day, it's like, of all the Magnificent Seven, the only one that hadn't been hitting new highs was Tesla along that time when Nvidia was popping off and all these things. And I was like, I almost felt like it's due. And I was like, I got a cash secured put at a level that it hadn't been. It had a hard time dipping below. Sure as shit, blew past it when I had that cash secured put. But if you look back, Todd's Money, who posts in here a lot, he's like, I got out of all my Tesla. He signed my comments. He's like, look back to like whatever month or whatever year, and you look back and you're like, sure as shit, Tesla's been on a down for quite a while. You know, you draw the trend. It's been down for a bit.
You guys remember when Amazon was like $3,000 or something a share? Remember that? I mean, I know they did the split, but to make it cheaper. But oh my God, it was.
That must have been before I started.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was. It was way before I started too. But I was driving Uber, and I remember one night this guy got in my car, and he was a trader. He started talking about it. And he said how it was the perfect time. He'd just gotten into Amazon, and it shot way up. Like he got in it, and it shot up to like $3,000 a share. So I was like, oh, I missed that. But I wasn't trading then, but I wanted to. I was like, oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I remember thinking, as soon as it gets down to, I don't know, like 2,900, then I'll get in. Then I'll get in for a share or something, you know. And it got down.
Yeah, I remember when I first started learning, Tesla was at like $1,800 a share.
Yeah,
some crazy crap like that.
Yeah, I think Apple was in the thousands too.
Yeah,
Apple was good.
And I got in, and then they did those splits and stuff, and I was like, well, now I don't feel so great about it. I mean, it was the same thing, but still, it was like it was all fancy before because it was so expensive, you know.
Yeah,
I think Chipotle doing that, ain't they? Like the Chipotle doing
they are. They're
I didn't realize that was that expensive of a stock till was it this morning people were talking about it?
I think everybody's kind of getting woken up to Chipotle. It's like, what? $3,000 damn near?
Yeah, surprisingly.
Chipotle, they're smart. You know, they got one right across the street from the high school over here. You know, they probably right by the high school. So, you know, they get business all day long.
Go over there for lunch. But I heard somebody in the pre-market either today or yesterday saying they're going to go ahead and pick up one share of it, because if they do, boom, come June, they've got 50 shares of the thing. You know what I mean?
That's how. Oh, is it going to be like 50-1 split?
Yes.
30 or 50 something, yeah.
30 to 50,
do that,
yeah.
that's how a lot of people made their millions off of like Apple.
But it's still worth the same.
You know?
When the split comes, it's still worth the same because the value.
It is, but now you got 30 growing. So the thought is, like, I did it with, I got lucky. I had a couple shares of Nvidia when it was, you know, however, it was pretty expensive. I'd been buying fractional on Robinhood. It did the split. I ended up with 8 shares or something. So I have 8 shares of this at like $139 or whatever it was, something like that. And I held them for a while. And this year when it got up, I was like, I slowly kind of was like, as it was getting high and higher to the max highs or the new highs, I sold a couple and sold a couple and sold a couple.
To think
and I thought I was doing good. And like, I got rid of them all when it was still under $600. I'm like, looking now, like,
I heard you mention Robinhood.
It's like that. Then you can think about covered calls.
Exactly, because
covered calls with Chipotle, that's good.
You got a Webull account too, or you just only trade?
I do. No, I use Webull for all this. I started.
Okay.
I like Robinhood just I just like.
Listen, don't beat me down. I got a Robinhood too. I use.
Oh no.
You
know? But look, think about this, y'all. If you get a stock share of Chipotle and it goes 50 split, look at how many people are going to be jumping on it initially.
Oh yeah.
And because of that, so that's going to get a pop right there, and you got 50 shares already in the game.
Yeah.
That's a win-win.
So get 2 shares, and then it splits. You have 100 shares. Now you can start doing covered calls, and there's an income. There's a weekly, monthly, whatever income.
Yeah.
Look at you, addicted to the wheel now.
I am.
The wheel's good.
The wheel is good.
If you catch like, you got to get the delta. You got to be smart about it. You can't just be crazy. Like Mark Mancini, he's like.
Have you scalped it yet? Do you guys scalp the wheel yet? I mean, scalp the.
I haven't.
No. I do mine a little far out still, just for.
Okay.
Mine I'm doing far out too because you know, I want that bigger premium. You know.
I was buying them like a month out and then trying to get rid of them that next week. Mark buys them the weeklies. He just balls out crazy with it. But
I'll buy them way out, but then I'll buy them back if it drops. Then I buy it back. And then I sell it again. So then I'm making the difference, you know.
Yeah. You can trade them almost just like day trading too.
Right.
Yeah. As soon as it hits 50%.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Scalping them.
Right now I'm waiting tomorrow to hit 50%.
Yeah, I don't hold them to expiration by any stretch. Like I said, I've slowed down on it now. I just my overall just account. I'm going to have 200 shares of Tesla here in a minute. I just don't want any more. I don't want 100 shares of anything else, even something.
But I will be doing them though.
Yeah,
I got some no name.
I've been practicing the wheel on paper again now. Like I'm on low days, a couple of low days last week. I got a Google and a Netflix one that both did all right. I was like, I should have bought them. I should have really done them in real life. But I 200 shares of Tesla is not a small dollar amount to just get done. I don't want it. I want to keep some cash liquid. I don't want to all be in shares that I have. Like, you know, I can always sell them, I guess, but I don't want to.
Tesla's like a thorn in my side. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Speaking of which, where's Bucket at? Where's Bucket been? Because he hated Tesla
in today.
For a while.
He piped in today. During
I thought I heard him.
I heard him once. That was it.
That was him then. Okay.
I had decided to just only trade that, and that shit just didn't work out. Tesla just, I don't know.
Where's Gilly been?
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of normals the last few nights on here.
Yeah, I heard.
I'm telling you, it's spring break.
Yeah.
Oh.
The market ain't really been giving like talking about it either.
Yeah. But this is good. We got new faces up here, so this is awesome.
I actually owe Gilly. I owe Gilly a thank you. I'd had a few bad days in a row, and I was posting in the chat some shit. That was my bad mindset, and he called me out on, I bet you didn't follow all the rules or something, this and that. I was looking, I was like, I missed one or two rules. He called me out on it. And then I heard him, and I was, had the earbud in, and I heard him, coach said something, and he said, yeah, I'm in the message board now, wiping asses of people. Man, my first reaction was, I wanted to punch him square in the face because he was talking about me. But then it changed my mind. I realized I had sunken myself into a mindset that's not familiar to me. I'm not that person. I'm a pretty positive person.
He gave you a little tough love.
Yeah, man, he did, and he didn't. he didn't directly say it to me, but I knew he was talking about me, and like, oh, I pissed me off for about 5 minutes, and then it hit me though. I was like, I'm walking around,
He's right.
work in a bad mood with people, like, you know, in my personal life. I'm sour. I'm letting this I was letting trading really kind of twist my.
You let it run your world.
Do that
twist
to you.
your chi. You let it twist your chi.
Yeah, and I think it's because like a lot of people say, it's like, you know, I go in small. I'm not betting. I'm not doing anything crazy. I've lost a decent amount of money. I've made some. It's that death by 1,000 cuts. I just don't like the idea that, like, what really kills me. My girlfriend tells me this all the time. She's like, you know, you always talk about he's got these rules and there's a system to it. She's always breaking my balls about like how I have a system for everything. She's like, how is it you're not catching this system? I'm like, that's what drives me crazy.
I know, dude.
You know?
I understand. You tell her that, huh? You don't get it. You don't get it.
Yes.
It's like, God, she's like, you have a system for everything. The way I drive is very calculated and measured, and like I follow the rules to the point to where like I do things smoothly, and my thought process is very straight line. I'm not all over the place. I'm pretty locked in when I think about something. And I'm doing a project or I'm doing something.
But those are your rules.
But then she's like, with trading, it's like, whoa, I'm just all over the place. Like, not now. I've gotten better, but in the beginning, I was really. I feel like I'm doing okay now. I just got to kind of find a groove. I'm not doing dumb mistakes.
Well, you know, most of us traders are people who don't follow the rules, the typical daily rules. We like to do
That's
our
why
own
we
thing,
do it.
follow our own rules. That's why we're doing this. So to follow coach's rules is very difficult because it's not your own rules. So you might have a systematic way of doing everything. That's because it's your rules. You'll stick by it. Somebody else's rules, so you're having a hard time with it. You got to just
I think are right.
let it go. Yeah.
The rules I think are right. It's what I think is the right way to do it. So
yep.
Yeah, no one. Yeah, that's crazy. I think part of my problem is I thought I would really catch on to it quicker.
Yeah.
And I think
me too. Me
too. We go to Costa Rica a lot, and I went last 2023. We were in March. And I remember thinking, next year, man, next year I'll be making enough money. We could bring a couple of our friends that want to come down here too. And then when we were there earlier this month, I was like, it really kind of punched me in the face. I'm like, man, a year ago, I'm not much better now. I mean, I'm better mentally and I'm better with seeing things and reading. I'm better, but financially it's not any different. And I was like, you know, that made sense to me when I'd only been doing it 6 months. Now that I'm a year and a half in,
but that's
what really kills me. I really wanted to be, you know, I'm not even looking for.
Dude, I relate. I so relate.
But don't beat yourself up though, because right now every one of us are still young. If you just started trading when you came to ADT,
for sure,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
If you tell yourself you can't, you're right.
I know.
Well, I never say that though. That's one thing I don't say and never will say. I know I'll get it. I just didn't get it as quick as I thought I would.
Right, and that's where I got. That's the thing Gilly slapped me out of, because I really got to where I was like, I can't even do this. This is ridiculous. You know, that's the thing. His comment slapped me out of it.
If you can't do it, then you definitely can't. You tell yourself.
What have you done that you done got real good at? That you got good at real fast? That pays like trading, right?
Right,
I mean, most of the people, doctors and lawyers, they do like 20 years of school. You know what I mean? If you compare the amount of money,
Coach, 30 years.
It takes
Coach has been trading 30 years. Of course he's good. But then you see the Nates and the Jimmys and the Bradys, and you measure yourself to that. And I think that's where a lot of us go wrong.
Yeah,
where we measure ourselves up to these unicorns that have done it in an unbelievable, not normal amount of time. So you're right. We shouldn't beat ourselves up. We are actually learning at a normal pace.
Yeah,
for what we're doing.
The average amount of time that it takes for a trader to go from knowing nothing to being profitable is.
But when you're a quick study, it's a hit to your ego.
And that's
when
what
you're a quick study, when you learn something and are able to pick things up really quick, it's a hit to your ego when you can't. When this beats you like it does, like you think you have, and then damn it, I don't. It's like
his name is here, Dirk Diggler. Dirk Diggler, right? Is that his name he goes by?
Turk
Diggler.
Diggler.
That's what we got to tell him. You know, you can't. Don't be down on yourself, because then you will be down. You got to keep that good mindset, and you tell yourself you can't. Saying right now, I don't think I can. Well, then you won't. But if you think you can and you just do it, you have to have a positive attitude with your own self.
Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Yeah.
You know.
It just takes time, repetition.
That's it. Screen time and practice and focus.
If I can't tell a trader that's starting out nothing, just work on keeping the losses. Because I mean, just think about it. ain't nothing that none of us can't just make the stock go up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The only thing we can control is when we get in and when we get out. Ain't nothing we can do. We can't sit there and blow at the screen and make the candles go up. We don't have the amount of money to make that shit go up. It don't matter how big we go. I hear new traders come in the room all the time. Everybody just load up and buy this stock. What that bitch got an extremely low float or something? Because I mean, I don't have the capital to make this thing go up right now. Like, how you gonna make it go up? How? Like how? Especially a stock that's traded on strong volume. You're not gonna be able to manipulate that. So you can control if that thing's dropping though.
You learn what you're doing wrong. Oh, that volume wasn't good. This wasn't good. So it's like going to school. You're paying for it. You're learning.
Yeah.
So making it go up, that's out of your control. But getting out,
it's out of your control.
That's the only thing you can control.
The getting out took me a while to really grit. I just, it's the hope everyone goes through, or not everyone, some people don't, but I've gotten better at that. I've gotten real good at that. Today I was at Intel and Apple bounced along. They diddled in the middle all freaking morning long. And the minute it cracked VWAP, I found by whatever a little bit, by whatever the level was, it was the next level in it a little bit, out, but I used to let them run. Now they might be like about 4%, 9%, 6% of a loss if they went against me. It used to be all of my trades used to be 17, 20, 25. I'd let them ride that 25. I'd let them ride. Well, I'd watch if it got down all the way to here, it would blah, 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 come back up. And it might, but there's no reason to take that loss all the way. Get out and get back in. That was the get out and get back in. And you hear Nate say it all the time. He's like, I can always get back in. I like listening. He's like, Nate, the cheese is my man. I listen in the morning all the time too. He just got that demeanor where I can't imagine him getting riled up about anything. It just doesn't seem like it's
he doesn't,
and that's key to doing this. Like, you just watch it and he cares about losing. He cares about losing the money, but good spot. He doesn't have bills. He's taken care of for his life and his kids' life, like we said the other day. But and that helps that as well. But I think I can picture him always being that way. Even
that's who he is at his core. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It reminds me of a neighbor I had, this older dude when I was growing up. That God, he had to have been in his 60s, 70 when I was like a little kid, and he was like that. He just talked. He reminds me of Nate a lot. I've never seen what Nate looks like, but that guy is what I picture in my mind for Nate. But he was always talking to us kids, just spitting the advice, just this old dude. He just was just this old dude. He just talked real slow, but when he said something, he makes sense.
Intel took a hit after hours.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing in the chat over here. I didn't. I got to take a look what that is.
Yeah, down to $41, $42 right now. Something about Intel share slip after breaking out foundry business results.
I'll have to look that up.
Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. Go grab some grub. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out. Ralph, thank you so much for coming and sitting here on the panel with me. First thing, I love it. It reminds me of the old days, you know what I mean? So I appreciate you doing that and hanging out. And Turk, wherever you are, shout out to you. Hopefully you'll get it right, brother. Future Trader, same thing. Nate, we love you. Christina, thank you for coming and hanging out, baby girl. Joe Pink, Aaron.
Christina.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm on a phone call. Sorry about that. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.
All right, honey. Have a good one.
Good night.
All right.
Yep. But everybody down in the chat, you guys have a good one. Thank you so much for being here. And Coach, we love you. And peace and blessings, everybody.
Aaron, you gonna be there in the morning? Aaron be there every morning now.
Yeah.
I like that pre-market.
Hours.
I already shifted my sleeping schedule, so.
I know. I was just talking about that. You know, your 7 to 1 is my 10 to 4. So
I'm on that 10 to 4 as well. I like that I didn't think I'd like the pre-market scalping, but I get in there and I only make a few bucks usually here and there on it, but I do like that with the low floaters, the small ones. I can't get in on anything crazy, but I think
it's like to trade at night.
I paper trade them a little bit as well during that first couple hours. I drive to work at 6:30. I get there about 7, so I miss a little piece of it. But once I get there, I paper trade them. I like that pre-market. I like listening to like listen to Nate and Mark. It's an odd duo. It's a
It
weird
is, but it works, right?
Yeah. It's a weird buddy cop movie. It's funny as hell, but good.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
This intel news. I'll see y'all in the morning.
All right. Peace out, everybody.
Our new mastermind series class, which is going to be June 5th at 4:30 Eastern. This is how to grow your small account part 2. You do not have to watch the first one to have the second one, but I highly recommend it because it is the basis and the foundation leading into part 2, which was how to grow your small account. It was $199 if you were able to buy that before the class. It's almost 2 hours, but it is a full 90-minute class with Q&A. You guys will be able to rewatch that as much as you want. If you did buy the first one, there is a discount code that you guys can use. I can't just blurt it out because it's only if you bought the first one. So head over to our Discord, look at the channel that is for the replay of that video, and you guys will see the actual discount code that is listed inside of there. You can find it in our store if you go to americandreamtrading.com. To sign up for any of the services, of course, website is always here. $200 for our regular membership gets you immediately into Zoom. You can see every trade I make. You'll get hot stock picks, the videos on demand, the IPO center, and the pre-market setup, all with the regular $200 membership. When you're ready to step it up, though, I highly recommend the VIP membership. You'll be able to start trading early at 4 a.m. You'll get to trade with some of our other millionaires inside of that room. You guys will get masterclass training with me every day at 8:15. You'll get the VIP lounge, all of those hot stock picks, pre-market setup. You're going to get the IPO center, the videos on demand, all of the workshop classes for free, and we put one of those on every single month. You'll get all the VIP training videos, the trading view indicators. These were designed specifically based on my 2-minute EWO, which, by the way, no trader in the world has ever used what we are doing with the Elliott Wave Oscillator. And we have a lot of people finding success, obviously, with this. You'll also get VIP seating at the meetups. If you are a VIP member and you want more training, VIP Gold, you can add that on for an additional $2,500 a year. Right now, as one of the specials that I have, this could go away, but right now, if you sign up for the VIP Gold, you will also get a free one-on-one with a moderator. That is a $500 value just for that. You'll get all the mastermind classes. You get every mastermind class for free during your subscription. You'll get 1 hour of tech support if you need it, so we can remote in. We can help you set up those charts. Anything specific, right, that will get you going, we can help you with that. You're also going to get, for the first time ever, weekend training. We've been doing it every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And because it's the weekend, it is literally like a one-on-one. You'll also get our news service showing us everything, right, that's going on in the market, and breakout rooms. So anytime we do a breakout room, that's only for VIP Gold members. You guys will be able to access that. Use your affiliate account. You guys will also get a piece of everything. So if you have family members, neighbors, people in your church, people that you guys want to help out, you can give them your link, and that will also give you a kickback immediately. It's immediate. As soon as they pay for it, you guys will get money. You'll see it into your monies that you can just withdraw. Send them to americandreamtrading.com.